let you go
in
first.
America, we have a fair election in America. We're not under dictatorship. Voted. We have a president, right? Was briefed. He was briefed by CIA, by Israel. They put evidence in front of him, and he came on TV multiple times. He said 36,000 and more people were killed, and you were asking me for evidence.
You know, if they said the same, you know what's funny about people like Bima? If they said the same thing about
trash.
he'd be like,
That's what's
oh, it's terrible, this is horrible, this is the worst that ever happened in humanity.
They're just trash. That's what they have in common.
She would take people like Bima would take the people
trash.
of the Gaza Ministry of Health 100%. If the Iranians tell you 30 to 50,000 people kill people, it's like, oh, where's the evidence? If a Gaza terrorist blows himself up, she's like, oh no, such an innocent journalist was killed. I'm so sick and tired of leftists. I'm actually allergic to them. Sick people. Honest to God. And they always ask for like evidence and everything else. But when the Iranians tell you that 30 to 50,000 of their own people were killed, you don't care. You don't protest. Not a single protest has come out in London, in Paris, in Berlin, Washington DC, whatever. And you have more evidence of that that's happening. They killed 30 to 50,000 Iranians. None of you bitches protest. They killed like one journalist in Gaza, quote-unquote journalist that was a suicide bomber. You're like, oh my God, the Iranians fire a bomb at their own school. You're like, oh, the United States locked 266 girls, and you talk about it for like a week and a half. You know what I mean? Without any fucking evidence. What? These people, sorry, I have to learn something. These people are sick people.
When I told her my brother was shot in the neck, she said maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I guess I don't know.
She doesn't give a fuck, bro.
Don't lie on me. Don't bear false witness. That's disgusting, Sarah. No way, Sarah. I never said that to you. I never said that to you. That's not nice. I would have never said that to you, Sarah. That's disgusting. Don't do that. Sarah, I would have never fucking said that to you. Sarah, that's really wrong. That's really wrong. You know that I've never said that to you. Stop. Don't lie. No, you're a liar. You're a fucking terrorist, Sarah. You're bearing false witness. That's horrible. You're just making shit up. You know, and I'll tell you, yeah, that's what, exactly. Right. Let me know when I can go.
Freedom fighter, you don't get to talk. You already did a lot of talking. We listen to your words.
Well, you're IRGC, born and raised. I'm not surprised. Go ahead, sense. It would be just like you. Go ahead, Iranian. Censor me. Go ahead, censor me. Sorry, bitch. You're in America.
Wait, what is she not calling?
IRGC. Listen to this Iranian. This is what she wants to do. She wants to censor. She wants to...
What does FEMA call them off? Freedom fighters, right? She hates them.
Another bearing false witness. I've never said that. Sarah just wants to lie. False misinformation campaign. That's what Sarah does. Sarah, that's wrong, dude. You're fucking wrong, man.
I don't know if your brother was
you're
shot or not.
You're wrong, Sarah. That's not right. I know you're losing, but what you're doing right now is not right. It's not right.
Sarah, I want to ask another question. Hold on. I don't want to get into this whole thing they killed. I know they're a horrible regime. What I want to know is how's the government work? Okay, an Iranian wants to open a business. How does it work? Do they pay taxes? What do they do with the taxes?
Everything, all the money goes to the military, to stealing. They steal money. They just fund the fucking Hamas, Hezbollah, all this bullshit things. Don't they fund I don't know the exact percentage, but it's something around 90% of all the money of these terrorist proxies. They come from IRGC.
Dana, are you there? Are you Iranian?
Yeah. Why do you keep running, Adam?
I heard somewhere that people were like, Iranians, we just want to make a
Adam, why do you keep running?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Why do you keep running?
What do you mean by running, Donna?
I don't know, my English is not very good, but Alan keeps saying I ran, so I'm just wondering where he's running to.
Why do you run?
I don't get it.
That's a joke.
You
Iran.
ran? He's like, why you ran?
Alright.
It was a joke. I didn't get
It
it.
was a joke, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I speak American.
Iran.
Yes,
Iran.
I ran. He's like, it's Iran. Why do you run?
Well done, sir. Well done, sir. So I heard one time.
That's okay. Yeah. So what was the question?
One time that I got a paycheck, right? We should make a good paycheck. But we want to and then he kind of said some other shit. How's it work? Like you make a paycheck. What happens to it?
What do you mean by making a paycheck?
Ask him how much tax you pay.
Oh.
Yeah, how's it work? Like, what's the government do with the taxes? Like, how's the toilet guy? How does he live? Does he live in a state funded?
He lives in a
how's it work?
multi-million
Yeah.
dollar
Paid for by what?
incredible property that when we take over that country, it'll be an amazing casino. It's like a gorgeous palatial mansion.
And I hear they have great public education.
So Dana, what percentage tax do you pay?
It's about it's depending on how much you earn. It's between 20 to 35.
And what does it get you?
Well,
You don't vote for your politicians, right? So to speak. So, I mean, I assume the politicians are getting a paycheck also, but you don't really decide there.
exactly. But that's the thing. To see where the tax money and everything's going, you have to go through the what do you call it? The budgets that the government gives to the parliament to, it's like every year they have like a budget that they give to different institutes in Iran, and they send it to the parliament to to vote for it, and of course it's going to be accepted. So basically the majority of the fund goes to first is their state TV of the regime. It's got a huge fund that goes to that one.
Like media?
Exactly. There is no free press or free media in Iran. It's just a state TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Let me add this, Donna. The state TV guys, they're so political and such a bad people. They're going to be one of the first peoples that the Iranian, they're probably going to hang them in the streets. They're going to cut them into pieces. That's how terrible these
just so you,
people been.
yeah,
It's
just
like the worst, Mike. They've been the worst people on the planet Earth.
exactly. Just so you know, the head of the state TV is elected by the supreme leader directly.
Oh, well, there you go. So, Dana,
Yeah.
not to put you on the spot, and again, like I don't, background or anything, but let's just say, maybe you have, I don't know. You have an idea and you want to open a business.
Yeah.
How does it work? Like, how does that work?
Well, depends on the business. If it's a small size business, like you just getting like I don't know, a couple of grand a month or something like that, and you don't expand your business and stuff like that, then it's okay. They leave you alone, and you just have to pay like taxes. Maybe you have to give like
Right.
normal stuff plus some additional stuff to the government forces, so they don't bother you so much.
What do you mean bother you?
Yeah, well, they make it like they do bother you in many ways. Like if for example, you have a company, in the company that the staff doesn't wear hijab, they come and just give you shits that like why the one in your company is not wearing hijab. So you have to pay them some money to leave you alone, or from the So those are the kind of exactly extortion.
What happens if you get too big?
If you get too big, then the IRGC, which we call them SPA, they're gonna take over your business by force. For example, we had I think it was a Canadian couple, not Iranian Canadian couple, that started this app called Snap. It's like Uber in Iran, but it's called a Snap. Okay, so when they started, at first it was, they were expanding it. It wasn't big, and then the taxi drivers started striking, and then after a while, they they also, made them quiet, and then when it went on, as soon as the app got like started to expand and grow, the IRGC started to blackmail them by, for example, the one story that went viral was that drivers raped a woman. I mean, one of the staff drivers raped, and that story went viral, and they said, this app has security issue, blah blah blah, and they shut it down for a week, and they made them to sell it to the IRGC and government institutes, with very low price. And once they got the drivers, once they got the ownership of that app, then they started, and all the stories went away, like all the security issues went away, all the strikes that taxi drivers had went away, so we knew that, it was them just causing problem because the business was private.
That's crazy.
I know.
I'll give you another example. They made my uncle, they forced them, well, their excuse was the sanctions, but medical devices, because he did like hard medical devices, he had like the import. He had this business for a long time, but he was like doing really good. So when Obama placed those first sanctions on Iran, whatever those Obama sanctions were, they forced him to sell his company because they were like, oh, there's sanctions, and he kept saying there are no fucking sanctions on medical devices. What are you guys talking about? So they basically threatened him. So they took his company from him, though.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I mean, any business that gets start to expand and gets big.
Yeah, and his business had like, because it was like import export of medical devices, but it wasn't just in Iran. It was in UK, Dubai. They forced and took the whole thing from him. They did pay him well, though. I'm not gonna lie. I know they paid him like what was like worth the company, but he didn't want to sell. Like they forced him, basically. They forced him to sell it.
Yeah, they do. Even with Digicala, they did the same thing with Digicala. It's like Amazon in Iran. They call it Digicala, and they did the same thing to them as well. So any app, any business, anything that start to grow or be big, I mean, they gonna take over. That's why I think about 80 or 90% of the Iranian businesses and economics is running by RGC in Iran.
When I posted this thing on the top, like the link that I posted on the top, I just wanted you guys to have a little bit of like idea, like why, for example, I personally don't see it possible that after all this bombing, all of this, I just don't see it possible for Trump to make a deal with someone who's done something like this. And not that he's changed, because somebody was saying that, well, that was 1999. No, he's gotten worse. This guy has become more powerful. He's done more evil things. It's not like, oh, maybe he's changed his mind or he's became moderate. No. He's not even a reformer. He's part of the conservatives. Like because the reformers are supposed to be a little bit less religious and all that bullshit. But my point is like, I just don't see this happen. It's not what I want, because sometimes people say, well, we understand that's not what you'd like, but this is what's going to happen. It's like, it's not about what I want. There was a reason U.S. President Trump, there was a reason when they realized, oh, any second we're going to have a civil war in Iran breaking out after they killed 40,000 people. There was a reason he said, stop, help is on its way, like whether you guys like it or not, Iran is not Syria. There is the Strait of Hormuz. There's all these oil. There's all this other stuff. We just can't have civil war in Iran. We can't have instability in Iran. And then making a deal and putting someone from inside the government on power. It doesn't matter if Trump likes him or not. The only way that can stay in power is if they do the exact same thing, meaning people are going to continue protesting and they have to like kill hundreds of thousands of people. Like, I don't think that would even look, it doesn't make sense because it's going to be another civil war. I think Trump has a plan.
I actually think you're right, Sarah. Like, I read on Israel Hayon, I think it was like 2 days ago. Different when Bibi met Trump, I think it was like early January or whatever, and then after that, the first one of that meeting, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what the reporter meets ago reported is. And the first one of that meeting was literally like Bibi showing Trump video after video of Iranians dying. And it's reported by him, I don't actually believe it, that Trump had to walk out of the room like 2 times because he was so disgusted by the death that was going on. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to make a deal with a subject like this. I just think it's one of those things to calm the markets and whatever. I think he cares about markets. I think he cares about things and stuff like that. But I think the United States is going to end this regime. I don't think you deploy all this machinery and weaponry. And then after that, it's obviously Cuba after that. And then I think it's going to be done. But yeah, he's not going to make a deal with this Saudi Sarah. So I really wouldn't be too worried about it, honest to God.
We hope so.
Yeah, like, I think, like, when I talk to my Iranian friends, they're literally more scared of the U.S. ending the war than they are of the bombs. You know,
Exactly.
so, yeah, so, but I think Trump will do the right thing. I don't think he's going to be like, oh, well, yeah, we just had an excursion there, and we're just going to end the war, you know. They're going to get rid of this government. It's been too long. It's twice, man. It's been like 50
Fuck you,
years.
Sarah. You're a
Gotta go.
disgusting piece of shit. You're a disgusting piece of shit. You know I know that shit to you.
Wait.
No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, because you talk shit on me too. And Sarah, you're a piece of shit.
I didn't even say that.
You're a piece of shit, Sarah. You're a piece of Iranian shit. No, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up. I don't understand. No, you're a piece of shit. You're not. You're a piece of shit, Sarah.
Go to the fucking goo, you racist piece of shit. The funny thing is, the radical left is like the racist motherfuckers. I'm American born, U.S. citizen, you fucking piece of shit, bitch. I'm a born U.S. citizen. Did you hear me, you fucking anti-American little cunt who fucking rathers America be destroyed because of your lefty, radical lefty ideology. Fuck you. I hope every single person who's anti-American and wishes bad for America dies from a bad, bad, bad death. How about that, you fucking racist piece of shit? Oh, she calls me in the chat. Let's take screenshots of this. You IRGC born and raised. I was born in America, you fucking racist piece of shit. This is exactly what conservatives and Republicans say. Democrats, you fucking white lefty bitches. You guys are racist. You guys are sexist. You guys are fat piece of shit. Go hit the gym, you fucking fat 400-pound
Well, that went well.
shit.
That was not going to go well, you know. Like,
I don't care. Like, she always does this. I have her voice. And the last 4 times that she's been acting like this, I've told her, and I've got permission from this cunt. I've told her, I'm going to record your voice. I'm going to record your voice. Make sure you don't regret the shit that's going to come out of your mouth. You fucking anti-American little cunt. Fat pig. And then you fucking racist piece of shit telling me like, IRGC born. I'm as American as you are. I don't even know if you're American. You probably have a felony, bitch. You probably can't even vote. You're probably not even as American as I am. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a fucking felony and no rights to vote in America. You fucking piece of garbage, low-life, welfare, unemployed,
racist, I remember. That's what
She's not black.
Saying. Oh, she's not?
Oh, is Bima black? No, she's not.
Yeah.
She's some
No, she's
lefty
black.
white bitch. No.
No.
She's a fat, white, lefty, typical.
The test is you have to.
Shut the fuck up. Like, why are you yelling in my fucking ear? Like,
You leave the room if you don't like it.
shut up.
No, leave. If you don't like it, fucking leave. Well, even if you're black, you've identified as a white till today, and I haven't seen a picture of you. So you're gonna be white till you post a picture of your fucking fat welfare ass, and then I will accept you're black. Because until today, the last couple years I know you, you've claimed you're white and you're not black. And I don't give a fuck if you're white or black. If you're racist and you're fucking racist piece of shit, trying to tell a U.S.-born citizen that they are some IOGC born because you told them like fucking other racist Holocaust denier fucking type of words. I told you my brother was shot by IRGC. You said, well, I'm not saying he wasn't, but I haven't seen your brother. Fuck off, you fucking cunt. Food stamp cunt. Why don't you show your tax report? Fucking bitch. At least 10 times this cunt has told me, go back to Iran. If I go to Iran, who's gonna pay for your food stamp, bitch? I apologize to the room, but I really, really don't appreciate, I just can't appreciate, like, someone when they're so fucking racist. Like, what
Sarah,
is
can I say
always-
something?
Of course.
Sarah,
I apologize to the room.
at least, Sarah, you have somewhere to go. The blacks have nowhere to go. They're living in a country that don't want them. You have somewhere to go at least. They don't.
Who has nothing to go? I don't understand.
You have a country that you belong to. The blacks have
It's
no
fucking
country.
America, yes. My country is America.
Exactly.
So what are you saying? I did not fucking understand what you're saying.
Oh no! If you ever want to go to Iran, you can go to Iran.
No, I don't
Blacks
want to
can't
go to
anywhere.
Iran. I'm fucking American. I'm not going anywhere.
El
Fucking piece of shit. He
Yo,
calls
Chorizo,
me-
what are you over here talking about blacks for with your fucked up accent, bro? Shut the fuck up, dude. You need to go back to your country, wherever the fuck that is. El Chorizo, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Don't come
Mind your fucking business,
when a
dude.
woman is stepping
Mind your fucking business, bro. Like, what are you over here just talking about black people
Niggas
for?
are racist as shit.
Niggas are racist as shit. Shut up, dude. Like, what would you sit up here and say something like that for?
Very
why would you
disappointed.
No, answer the question. Answer the question. What would you sit up here and say something like that for?
Disappointed.
Sarah has a
I
beef with
stand
Beeman.
with Sean on this.
Sarah has a beef with Beeman. You just want to
This is exactly why I want every illegal fucking Mexican and every fucking
Dude,
illegal
like,
Hispanic
you
out here.
guys are joking.
Hold up, motherfucker. Hold the fuck up. Because I had to come up here. This is exactly why I want every last one of these fucking Mexican-ass illegal, Hispanic illegal motherfuckers and the rest of their racist-ass families the fuck out of here. Like, this is exactly why I align with Donald Trump 100 million fucking percent. And this is why I make it my business every fucking week to make a report to fucking ICE to get every last one of you illegal motherfuckers out of here. Because you want to know why? Let me tell y'all something right now. Y'all know for one good reason that I don't fucking race bait, but the one group of people who I cannot fucking stand are these fucking Hispanic pieces of shit.
Real quick.
I want every last one of these fucking Hispanics fucking deported out of this motherfucker
They want to be white
and
so
I
bad.
am not joking when I say that.
They want to be white so bad. Like, it's so funny. They want to be white so bad.
Let me tell y'all something. One of the most racist groups of fucking people are fucking Hispanics. And these fucking... I cannot stand these motherfuckers. If you guys have been here to LA... Hold up. If you've been here to LA... Yeah, so you're gonna go to the fucking audience until I'm done. You fucking... Ooh, I swear to God. Listen, I literally... And y'all are gonna hate me for this. Personally, I don't really give a fuck. Y'all know I don't race bait. I talk shit about black people, white people, but the group
group of fucking people who I cannot stand are these fucking Mexicans. Like, I'm not fucking joking when I say this. Or people who align with this weird-ass motherfucker right here. I literally cannot stand them. Like, they are some of the most group of fucking people that I've ever come across. When it goes on his fucking tirades, like, I align with him because, you know what, he's funny with his shit. You can tell he doesn't really mean any malice at all. Like, he's just going on whatever fucking rampage he loves. He goes on. But people like this son of a bitch right here are fucking actually racist. And I can't stand people like that. And this is exactly why I want every last one of you motherfuckers deported. Even if you're fucking legal here. I know it's goddamn not legal to do, but that's how bad I can't stand you fucking people. Like, if I could get rid of every fucking Mexican in this fucking country or fucking world, I would. Like, 100%. I literally cannot stand you fucking parasite roach motherfucker. You know what?
Before there's new response.
Let me mute up. Yeah, because I'm gonna start saying some real disrespectful fucking shit.
No,
But
for real, you sound fat.
you motherfuckers need to be fucking deported immediately. Every last one of you.
They need to
Before
deport
there's
some
any
snacks
quick
you've been
response.
hiding under your bed.
I don't want to take it back to where we were, but I do want to say this real quick. I do want to say this. Sarah, I have no problems with you. However, I do want to say this. I cannot vouch for everything you said about Bima. I don't know about the go back to Iran stuff. But I will say this, Sarah. And again, Sarah, I love you.
We
I think
just
you're fucking
chat
right.
right
Hold on,
now.
Sarah, hold on.
It should be enough in the
Hold on,
chat.
Sarah. Let me
It
finish.
should be enough in
Sarah.
the chat she wrote right now
Okay.
to justify the way I
You're a
feel.
gaslighting piece of shit, Sarah.
God damn
You're
it.
a gaslighting piece of shit, Sarah.
No,
You
this is
start
not
shit.
Don't talk.
This is what I get.
You
Sarah.
don't get to call people the stuff that you called me in the chat after the way you've been acting
Sarah,
and
can I
after
finish
the
what I'm
shit
saying?
you
Sarah,
said
let me
to
finish.
me.
Sarah,
No,
let me finish.
she doesn't get to say
Sarah,
that
I didn't say
shit
anything. Sarah, let me finish.
and then
Here's what I'm
come
saying.
talk more
Sarah,
shit.
Sarah, I think you're crazy,
I
but
don't
I'm not
want
taking
to bring this, but this is not even cool to keep bringing her on the stick.
No, Sarah, I think you're crazy, but I dig it and I like it, and I think you can get it, and also you can get it. Bima, I like Bima also. I don't know about any of the other stuff you laid on her, but I'm willing to bet my entire paycheck. I swear to you, Sarah. There's no chance in hell she said about the brother thing. All the other
On
stuff.
my dad's
okay.
grave, this
But
cunt
the brother
said
thing,
that.
I was
Why would I say
vouch
that?
for Bima. I'm willing
So
to bet
I'm
the entire one
lying?
of my paycheck.
Fuck
There's
you.
no way.
Why? Fuck
There's no
you.
way she said the thing
You're
about how she
saying
wished
I'm
your brother
lying,
was
right?
killed.
Fuck
Mike,
you.
I've
I
known
just
Bima
told
for
you,
Mike,
don't
years.
get
fuck
involved
you.
in two women
There's
arguing.
Mike,
no way.
fuck you.
I think there's other people on the stage that would also do the same thing here. The other stuff, Sarah, look, the Iran stuff, and the other stuff,
There is a reason I talked
but
to
the
her
brother
like this.
thing, there's
Listen,
no
Mike.
way.
Listen,
There's
Mike.
no way she meant it
This
like
cunt.
that. No way.
This cunt sit back and you want to say no way, so you're saying I'm lying. I don't give a fuck. People in this room, they know she's anti-American. She's a
No,
fucking
the brother thing. Give me
anarchist.
the brother thing again. You said
She's
that
an
you wish your brother got
anarchist.
shot in the head.
She's anti-American. She's a fucking piece of shit.
No, that's
She
whatever.
was telling me that I need to show proof that people in Iran were getting shot and going to hospitals. And I told her, I said, Dima, my own brother was shot and they didn't take him to a hospital because they were killing people in the hospital. To not give credit to my point, she said, I'm not saying your brother wasn't shot, but neither you or I was there to confirm what happened. This is the cunt this little cunt is,
Well,
Mike, and if you
earlier you
defend her
said
one
that.
more time,
Earlier you
I
said my
will
brother
never
was
talk
shot.
to you again, Mike.
Dima said whether he was shot or not.
If you want to defend this cunt,
I'm not,
you
Sarah.
can, but you and I will never talk again.
Sarah,
I
earlier
will
you
just
said.
ignore you forever.
Sarah, earlier
Your
you
choice.
said.
There is
said
no
my brother
reason
was
for
shot
me
in
to
the
lie
head.
to you.
If
You
Dima
know this
said-
cunt is capable of saying that, and she did.
You go.
The fact that she's pretending she didn't say it, that's
Hold on.
enough for me, to be honest with you.
She
At least
said-
I know she's somewhat a troll and not a real fucking anti who would burn this country to the ground just because she fucking hates it and she doesn't have a job.
Bima, Sarah, earlier you said, you're like, my brother was shot in the head, and Bima goes, well, whether he was
I
shot in the head or
didn't
not, I
say
don't
head,
care.
though. The day that I heard about
Well,
this,
whatever,
God
head.
knows about this. Listen, there are people
damn
know
it.
about
You said
every
Bima
movement
said
of
she
it.
doesn't care.
I said Nick.
Okay,
I
Nick,
never
sorry,
said
Nick.
she
Sorry,
didn't
you're right,
care.
sorry.
I said I
Sorry,
never
you're right,
said
sorry,
she doesn't care.
Okay.
I said she told me I need to prove it.
Well, that's
what
different.
she
That's
said.
different. You earlier
I
you
never
said.
said she doesn't care. She
Okay.
said I need to prove it.
Well,
And you
that's
know what? If you think that's different and it's okay for her to say, then fuck you too, Mike.
Sarah, earlier you said you're like, my brother was shot in the neck, and Bima said, well, whether he was shot in the neck, I don't really care. And I was like, whoa, there's no way Bima said something like that.
Mike,
Where she
you,
was like, I don't
you
care.
literally just said, I don't think
Well,
you're
now
listening.
you said it's that you need to
No,
prove
no,
it.
no. I
Again,
think you're not
No,
listening
she
because
said-
you're the one who just said, oh, you said your brother was shot in the head. I never said he was shot in the head.
My bad.
And I never said what you're claiming. I said she asked for proof. It's in the fucking chat. Why don't you go read what I wrote?
Yeah, she
It's
said
in
I
the
don't
fucking
know
chat.
if
I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna screenshot what she said that I put in the chat, and I'm gonna put it on my PTR. Stop like fucking rubbing it for her, dude. I know what I said. I'm not a piece of shit liar like her.
Yeah, and then Sarah said that she said that she doesn't know if her brother was
Yeah,
shot or not.
these
So that's what
these
she
people
said.
understand my. I remember Bima when people were shot at Bondi Beach. When people were shot at Bondi Beach in December in Australia, we were in a room with Bima, and we were like, terrorists just shot up Bondi Beach.
Was that Bondi, right? Bondi Beach or something?
And she was like, I remember that day in Bondi Beach, and I lost my shit because I was like, these Islamists just shot up fucking Australia and Bondi Beach, and that bitch Bima said the exact same thing in that day, and I got over it. I 100% believe Sarah. It's the same
Yeah,
time
they act
as
as
the
if
Coco.
she's
There's a
never
reason why I block
said
Coco,
this.
that dumb, disgusting Kusumkum hoe. Because when Jake was murdered on October 7, she asked to celebrate October 7, and she was in a room. She was in a room with all those other
You should
murderers
shut the
and
fuck
everything
up,
else.
you
Shut the
dirty
fuck up,
ass
because you're
Malian.
Sarah, can you please do me a favor and disrupt this?
Well, look, I might have misheard it. I
Just
thought you
do me-
said Bima said, I don't care whether
Do
your
me a
brother was
favor
shot or
while
not.
I get this out.
I was like,
Somalis have no place in America.
I remember the day. I remember the day
Sarah
when
didn't say
Bondi
that.
Beach
Mike, if
was
you're
fucking
not
shot up.
No,
And
Somalis have no place in America at all.
Wait. Shut up for a second. When Bondi Beach was shot.
Oh, hold on a second. Look at my PTR. This is
No,
fake.
don't do the.
I even typed what I said. So only because you've changed my word to, oh, Sarah, you said she doesn't care.
That's what I thought you said.
Because now she changed it from that to what she said. It doesn't make it less important. This piece of shit wanted proof that my brother was shot. She wanted proof that people were killed. She's a fucking piece of shit. Anti-American on welfare. And today, go read the chat and see the comments she made to me.
Yeah,
Go read
to
the
be
comments
You know, it's a
she
sick thing,
wrote
you know?
to me.
Sarah,
honest, I also have.
Fuck your mentality, Mom.
I want to ask Beaver a question. Beaver, do you remember that day when me and Koala were in the room and those people got shot to death in Sydney, in Bondi Beach, and Beema was talking shit, and remember how we lost our shit? Do you remember that day?
Yeah, I remember.
The way she diminished it and everything else, like the way she laughed?
I agree with her. I agree with her point, but I told her it was now was not the time because you guys were obviously very upset. And I told her
She
to
said
stop
a
it.
terrible thing that day. Remember what she was diminishing it all? You know what I mean? And me and Koala lost our shit. That's why Koala blocked us.
Yeah, well, it was. I agree. Let me make this clear. I agree with what Bima said, but it wasn't the time for her to say it.
It was a fucked up thing she said. It was a terrible thing she said. It was a terrible thing she did. And when
Well, I think
Jake
you were trying
died,
to cascade
and
all
Coco,
Muslims. That's
and
evil.
Coco laughed at
You said
Jake's
that was
death,
true.
I blocked Coco. She's the only one I ever blocked in my entire life. So when Bima is gonna come here and say, "Oh, she never said something," I remember vividly when like 15 of my fellow Australian Jews were shot, and she was making a mockery of it.
She was not making a mockery of it.
Do you remember how me and Koala were pissed off?
Yes, and she got mad at you because you said something about all Muslims and this and that, and she took exception with that. I told her to back off. I said, Bima, back off. Now's not the time for this.
So when our people get shot to death, she can just feel like, oh, this is what happened, oh, so terrible, and everything else happens, and everything else like that.
I actually don't mind you, but I think she's a horrible, terrible person sometimes. She's not a fucking angel. You were there. There's a reason why Koala blocked her and everything else like that. This person is sick in the mind. She's not well. She has problems.
Oh, you're gonna let me
On a day, I was Jewish. On a
Would
day,
you believe it that she hasn't even apologized? She's had the chance
She
to
doesn't
say,
apologize
look,
because she's terrible.
Michael, did I apologize to you last night or not? After we talked shit to you, I was like, fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't know you're not that Michael. I would have never made these comments. I apologize. You said, fuck you. I said, I still have to do my apology. When you say something
She
fucked
did.
up,
I can't lie. She did.
you man up and you fucking apologize, Bima. You disrespected me. My fucking brother was shot for a whole week. I'm not trying to play victim, but this is what I went through. Matt is my witness here. For a whole week, I didn't know if my brother was alive, if he was dead, if he needed surgery, how was he shot. I knew nothing about it for 8 fucking days. And you just felt the need to say, well, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I wasn't there, neither was you. So we don't really know what happened. So yeah, you didn't apologize. So fuck you. And playing victim in the chat, oh Matt, you're gonna let them abuse me? You're a cunt.
I don't even know what's going on. What happened? I just crashed out.
Read the comments in the chat. You'll see it.
Nobody fucking crashed out.
Keep deporting me.
Like, oh,
This fucking
like,
man.
oh,
Hold on, AJ.
She's just
This
like, oh,
piece of shit, racist, white, fat lefty who hates America, she keeps trying to deport me to IRGC. She's like, go, you fucking IRGC terrorist. Go back to Iran. She keeps saying that after I reminded her that I'm a U.S.-born citizen. So yeah, she's a piece of shit, and racist piece of shit. So I just reminded her that everybody can be nasty like she is.
Wait, how's she racist?
I don't think she's white. She just likes white guys.
She claims she's white. She said it herself. I don't fucking care. I don't have like a fucking, I don't know how to read the future.
Can you white guys please say
She
what's
said
the team
she's a white bitch, so I believe she's a white. That's what she claimed. And I don't care. Now she says I'm black. I don't believe it because she claims she's white.
Alright, let's dial it down.
You know what they say?
Matt, can one of you white guys please take one for the team, Matt?
What's that?
Can you one of you guys, white guys, take one for the team? Because I remember that day in Sydney when that bullshit fucking happened and what she said makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Horrible person, same as Coco. But I came around because people was like, oh, she's not so bad. Maybe she's not terrible, and I suppose.
You can shut the fuck up. If nobody wants to hear from you, we're listening to Sarah. We're not listening to you. We don't give a fuck about your opinion. You want to jump in.
I literally don't even talk to you, bro. Like, I
Bima's
really don't talk to you.
very
I don't like you. I want nothing to do with you. Stop talking to me. You weird cunt.
Nah.
Like, shut the fuck up. I never even mentioned your name, you weird cunt. Every time I speak, this weird cunt just wants to say my name. Shut the fuck up. I'm saying something else. I don't even mention you because you're fucking irrelevant. Like a fucking cockroach. Shut the fuck up. But all I'm just saying is, like, I believe Sarah.
Bina says she's not a leftist. She's an anarchist. Anarchist is a fucking radical left. That's exactly what this bitch is. She's an anti-American fucking lefty. She's like she's not Muslim, but she acts like those terrorist Muslims who wants to fucking blow up U.S.
Bima is very controversial, no doubt. I don't know anything about what she said. I didn't see any of it yet.
I've never seen her say anything nice about America or anything. She hates the government. She hates America. She hates conservatives. She hates the people. She hates everything about U.S.
How come she's, can't she clarify what happened if I'm here or no?
Sarah keeps moving her down.
I want to hear what she has to say, hi, Key.
Go read her message. Go read her.
I don't want to do that right now. I don't care about that.
I want you to
I
go
wanna hear
read
about-
the
I wanna
comments
hear-
that
I wanna
she
hear what
wrote in the
happened.
chat. I like you to go read the comments that she wrote for me in the chat.
That's
I
always
want her because she still called. She wrote 5,000 times in the chat that I'm a terrorist-born Irish.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Sarah. Shut the
I'm
fuck
steamrolling her.
Matt, go read her comments because
Hey,
she said I'm lying about the shit that she has said.
Sarah, shut the fuck up. Everybody has heard you for the past 30 minutes. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Sarah. Shut up. Shut up, Sarah. Shut your fuck up, drunk ass, dumbass mouth. Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Shut the fuck up, you drunk, dumb Iranian. Listen, this is the fact of the matter. This bitch will abuse.
I send her back down to the group because people listen, Matt. She doesn't get to call me Iranian.
Right?
Matt,
So we're fucking openly racist in this room?
Matt, Sarah's fucking crazy. She shouldn't be a moderator. I can't. This is impossible.
Yeah.
Why?
I
Because
called her
you
white.
love Bima?
It's impossible.
Because you love Bima?
No, if Bima did something wrong, she'll let her address it.
She'll have to own it. Yeah, exactly. I gotta hear what's going on. I don't know what's
I'll
going on.
send you. I'll
Man,
send
you
you the
always act like you don't know what's going on.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's such a smart position.
Othello, the
Really
Palestinian
I think he
guy.
fell asleep. I
The
don't know.
Palestinian guy. The other guy who hates America. Of
Sarah
course you're
down
going
so
to
we can
defend her.
hear what Beeman has to say.
Of course you're going to defend her. Of course. You hate America.
We just want to hear it, Sarah.
Let me hear it, but don't. Hey, Beam, if you don't, I don't know, don't direct it at her, but just direct it at me. Whatever happened, you know? I don't know. Okay. Can she come up for a second or no? Get her up.
Yes, she can, but you should control your stage so someone doesn't say fucking racist bullshit shit.
Okay, she's coming up. Hold on. I think.
Matt,
What's up?
Sarah has mental issues. She's fucking sick in the head. I never disrespect Sarah, ever. I don't disrespect her. She constantly verbally abuses, lies on my name, and then moves me down. And I'll see her, and I'll go into the room after she mod abuses me, and I forget about it, and I come back, and I'm friendly with it. Okay? She's fucking sick in her fucking mind. Okay, today she lied. We're having a great conversation. She lied like she normally does, makes up entire scenarios that absolutely never happened because she's literally fucking insane in her brain, literally fucking fabricating false conversations that never took place. They never fucking happened. Never, Matt. They never happened. They don't exist. She fabricates them. How am I supposed to fight somebody who's literally lying, making up scenarios that never fucking existed, okay? Never happened. She started to talk today. How did it happen? She wanted to talk about some shit about me asking for proof and evidence of the $35,000. That's how it started.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to direct it to her, but I was directing it to the room to talk about how we're in an age of misinformation and manipulation and campaign and all this other shit, and asking for evidence isn't cruelty, and asking for evidence isn't denying anything. Asking for evidence is the right thing to do in a fucking age where we have fucking crazy shit, okay? But before I was able to get any of that out, this crazy, stupid bitch started saying that I was saying some stupid shit about her brother, which I fucking never said. I never said anything about her fucking brother.
I'll have to look at everything, obviously, but that's strange.
Look at my PTR.
I'm not gonna.
Look at my PTR, Matt. Look at my
I'm not gonna
PTR.
litigate it right now, Sarah.
Just look at my PTR. I want to see if she's gonna deny calling me a terrorist. IRGC bread.
Well,
Yes,
like,
absolutely, Sarah, because I believe you are. I believe you are. Do you know why? Do you know why, bitch? Because you can't have, you're not civil. You're literally crazy. You're fucking crazy. You insult my personal character. You insult my personal character. You threatened me before. Sarah, exactly.
Yeah,
You threatened me before. Do you know what? You're a verbal terrorist, Sarah. This is what you do. You insult people constantly, and then you're gonna gaslight everybody and lie to an entire stage about what that's not true. I don't ever initiate anything. I never initiate anything against you, Sarah. I say, you know what? Sarah's fucking crazy. Everybody says that, and so I just let the fucking Sarah just be fucking crazy.
Just kidding. This is the thing. Like, Bemis, we all do this. We all have like very controversial. You know me. We say very controversial things. I still didn't see the brother thing, Sarah. I don't know where that is in that PTR.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Just like the other thing with A-Check didn't happen. A-Check likes to lie because he's a fucking disgusting human being, and the shit that's come out of A-Check's mouth just along with Sarah, the shit that Achek has said about other human beings and the things that he said about Palestinians, right? And he gets pissed. Shut the fuck up, Achek. Shut up, Achek. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. And by the way, I'm the one who blocked Flawless. Flawless blocked me. Again, a liar. You're a liar just with Sarah. I'm not surprised. You guys talk about politics. You lie on my name. I'm a liberal. I'm this. Everybody just lies. You have no fucking honor. Both of you have no honor. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're disgusting.
Stick your Palestine up your hole.
You know what? This is actually all my fault. I should have let
Palestine up your hole. You can stick your Palestine. Stick your Palestine. Stick your Palestine up
That's
your
what people
hole.
say about everybody that's murdered Achek. Innocent people, right? Exactly. But Palestine is not a place. We're talking about people. We're talking about human beings, Achek. Right? And you know what it's like to use a human being to
Declare everything illegal.
that way against
Support every fucking Somali and every illegal Mexican in this country.
Stick your Palestine up your hole. You can stick your Palestine. Stick your Palestine. Stick your Palestine up your hole. Don't give a fuck about Palestine, babe. Fuck off with your bullshit.
Okay,
Don't care.
Paycheck one. Okay. Listen, Bima, you would never really say that you don't care about Sarah's brother, right?
It wasn't that she doesn't care. Can I tell you now what happened?
Where's she
Matt,
go?
this is when she was asking for
Oh, they just
proof.
left.
Matt, she was asked. I probably have screenshots of it. I'm gonna go bring it. There was a reason I started calling her cunt and had her blocked, Matt. I unblocked her because you modded me here. I was like, she wants to come in the room. I'm gonna unblock her. You know me. I try not to keep people out of a space.
Thank God, yeah.
The only reason I had this girl blocked and I never had called her cunt before that was because when we were talking about Iran, she said there's no proof that 30,000 people were killed. And we talked about it, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, there are different sources. President Trump said he's seen the evidence. You know, like there are multiple sources that says this. I gave her a source. She's like, oh, this Iran International, they say it's not a good source. They say this is not a real source. This is a Pahlavi, pro-Pahlavi source. So she denies everything. Othello, can you mute up, please? So she denies the source, and I'm like, listen, my own brother was shot. They didn't take him to the hospital. I told her they didn't take my brother to the hospital because they were saying, because of the police going to hospital and shooting people and killing them. She never said, oh, I don't care. She didn't say that. She said, I'm not saying I'm not saying this didn't happen, Sarah. But what I want to say is that neither you or I were there, so we don't know exactly what was happening in Iran. And so just the way pro-Palestinian people try to deny the stuff that happens. She said that, and it's funny that she's trying to say never said that.
Right.
I probably have screenshots. This was a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna search her name in my chat, in my pictures. I'm probably gonna find screenshots. And this is what she said today. And yes, I'm very, very sensitive to racist piece of shit people. She telling me typical Iranian IRGC born and bred terrorist, which I wrote her that long response, right? Which I said for the, and then she writes another comment for the record, Sarah's a liar and bears false witness up in her neighbor. I'm like, yes, I'm a liar. You said it before. I didn't show you proof. IRGC killed 35,000 plus people, nor I proved you, nor I showed you proof. My brother was shot. Go fuck yourself, anti-American. I hope every person who wishes bad for America dies. And then she lost her marbles. She got mad because I said, I hope anybody who's anti-America dies. This is so fucking funny. I can't wish for people who want to destroy America that they be destroyed themselves. That's when she fucking lost her marbles.
Well, we all say things that we regret when I've done it.
I don't regret of what I told her,
No,
though, but she never apologized of what she said, and now she
Well, I was
denies
just gonna
it.
do that. I don't know where she went.
Now she denies it. How is she gonna apologize? She denies it, Matt.
Yeah.
She's calling me a liar.
It didn't happen. It's hard to, like she's saying, it's hard to even like do anything with that. But regardless, she can still apologize to hypothetical and move on. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like sometimes you'll bundle. Like what she probably did was bundle your incident, not little. Sorry about that. That incident with the overall theme of what she feels is wrong. What was wrong with in Gaza and Palestine. So sometimes in the goo we can't get out what we're really talking about.
Don't care about Gaza, bro.
Huh?
Don't care about Gaza. She keeps mentioning it.
I know, Chick. I know how you feel. Anyway, so things get mixed up. I don't think she would ever say, "Oh, I don't care about your brother. I'm glad he's dead," or all that.
When did I say she told me
that's
happy that my brother's dead?
Oh, didn't Mike
I
say
never
that?
said that. It's in the fucking screenshot. This is exactly what I wrote before we got into this fight. And this is exactly what I repeated. And we had this argument just in the last 7 days. We had another argument over this. Last time, she didn't deny saying it. She just started like acting more of a fucking fool and an asshole. She did that last time, but this is today she completely denies it. Why would I lie about it? I don't even understand.
That's what I'm saying.
There's so much things I hate about
I think
this
it's a
woman.
miscommunication.
There's no reason for me to lie. I can just say she hates America. She wants to destroy America. I hate her fucking guts.
There you go, Matt.
There you go.
What's that, Mike?
I think this might be a little bit of misunderstanding here. That's what I think's happening here.
Yeah, I think there's a little cross. Obviously, you don't have to like the person either, so it adds to it. Yeah, I don't think Sarah likes her too. I mean, that's fine, but because she does say very, controversial. She has definitely different opinions on things.
Yeah, I would say the whole she was saying Bima said, we don't know what's going on over there, and there's no sources, blah blah. I don't doubt any of that. I thought that people were saying Bima was like, well, I don't care whether your brother got shot or not. I don't care. I was like, well, there's no way Bima said that.
Yeah.
But now I'm saying that that's not even what the issue was.
So you think it's
okay
okay
Sarah,
for her
I was
to say?
I was wrong.
So you're saying it's okay for her
No,
to say
Sarah, I
that
was wrong there.
we don't know what my brother went through when he was
I was wrong. No, I was
couldn't take him to the hospital? Really?
No.
Like,
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Sarah. I'm trying to get
this is like you're just acting like her. The fact that you're just like trying to like normalize what she said is insane.
No,
He's screwed up. He's admitting it right now.
That's not what I'm doing.
Matt is saying so it's okay that we weren't there, so we don't know if they were really killing people in the hospital or not. Yeah, you're right. That is true.
That's what I'm saying. I don't doubt that she probably said some shit like, well, we don't know what was really going on over there. We don't know. Like, no one knows. No one's there. No one's there.
That's what they all say. It's not just
I don't doubt that.
There's a whole group of people.
Yeah, I was just bouncing on that. If the claim is that she could give a fuck less whether your brother was shot, I was being like, there's no way Bima said that. Now, if she's saying the other stuff, yeah, okay. But I'm just saying, like, I highly doubt that Bima was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I can't even hear that in her voice.
Yeah, and if that's not what we're disputing, then that's fine. Like, Sarah, I'm with you on that, Sarah. Okay, I'm with you on that. But I do want to know, Tiger, how do you feel, Tiger or Alyssa? How do you guys feel about Mexicans, illegal ones? Tiger, you there, buddy?
Tiger's a communist.
Fuck them.
Tiger, Alyssa, Mikhail, Anthony, any of the new people on here? How do you guys feel about illegal Mexicans?
Ask Bima how she feels about them. She says this is a stolen land and this is their homes and everybody's home.
Fuck out of here. No one stole their
So
fucking
much
land.
thing I hate about that woman. I don't need to like lie about something that she said to my brother. She's already like.
Oh, Alyssa's there. I was gonna say if Alyssa want to answer, I'd like to get
I was trying to tell you guys to read his profile. I don't want to talk about people, but read her profile. You're not awake, not the woke type. Sorry, I was just sick of listening to it.
follow-ups there. If no one's going to answer, Liddy, do you want to expound upon how you feel about illegal Mexicans?
Well, I think I've already said enough about how I feel about these motherfuckers. I can't stand them. Honestly, if I had, like, my choice, it would be them and those fucking Somalis that would be out of here immediately. Every last one of those motherfuckers would be.
You have so many big booty Latinas.
Like, I literally can't stand those people.
Yeah,
like,
but tell us how you really...
If I can drop a fucking... You know what, I shouldn't say that, because, you know what?
No, fuck it, talk like we're in the 90s, bro.
No, I shouldn't say that.
I don't know.
I was gonna say, if I could drop a fucking nuke on Mexico, I would, but that wouldn't be fair, because all of them are not actually like some of these motherfuckers over here, so I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, they need to be gone. Like, 100%. I can't stay them. Like illegal, and I'm saying illegal Mexicans and Somalis are like my two just worst people that I cannot stand. I can't. I don't like them. I just, y'all know I'm labeled a coon on this app because of what I say about the black community. They call me a coon because I'm black, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about, you know, the race baiting and all that shit because I don't believe color really matters too much, but when I can sense that you are actually a fucking racist, like a genuine fucking racist, like fuck you. You know what I mean? Like I can't, no.
I just lost brain cells listening to this guy.
That's fine. You can say whatever the fuck you want to, but at the end of the day, you probably want to house an illegal, don't you?
I'll never get those brain cells back.
Good. You know.
Othello, what part did you disagree with, Othello?
I mean, he didn't even make a statement. He just gave his personal.
Yeah, I made a very good statement. Why don't I like them? It's because I just fucking don't. They're racist. They're fucking parasites. They're roaches, and they don't fucking belong here. So it's very fucking simple.
Mexicans are racist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Illegal Somalis are racist.
Absolutely. And they're parasites, and they need to be fucking removed. I mean, is that not too direct for you? Like, what
way are they racist?
I've already given you many examples. They don't fucking like black people. They're here to fucking pillage the fucking community. They're here to fucking gentrify the community. Every fucking thing that you guys claim white people do, that's what these motherfuckers are here to do. And they're disgusting groups of people, and I just don't fucking like them. Point blank, period. And they need to be gone.
You're disgusting.
Right. And then the black fucking liberals, black liberals and black Democrats can go right along with them. We should send them to their. We should send black fucking Democrats and black liberals to the same fucking countries that we're gonna deport them to. And Othello could be on a first round trip right home with them. Right. I don't give a fuck about what spirit you feel. The spirit that I have is that you motherfuckers can go like right along with them. You black bitch. You black motherfucking Democrats can go right. Hold on, Sarah. These black bitch ass Sarah. Hold on. Because these black bitch ass niggas like him are the ones that I'm referring to. These disgusting black fucking pieces of shit. They need to be deported right along with these motherfuckers. So at the end of the day, what you should do is you should gather an illegal, right? The ones that you're sitting here booty clapping for. And you should go right over there to that shithole place that we call Mexico, right with them.
Some demons in you, bro.
Yeah, I sure do.
And you spill
Yeah, I sure fucking do. For black bitches like you, absolutely. I sure fucking do. Right.
Othello, this is right. I've heard this before, right? I've heard from other black Americans, not just from me, that a lot of the hate they receive is not from any other group but other African groups like Somalians. And
he's taking dick in the ass from Juan and Pedro, so of course he's gonna cheerlead for them. Of course he is. Of course he is. He's one of those typical bitch-ass black Democrats.
I have a voice of Othello. I have to find it, guys. I do have a voice of him.
And you've been saying that.
He's speaking to some Palestinians.
You've been saying that.
I'm telling you, he's one of those black Democrats who have ruined the fucking community.
Guys, he's talking to Palestinians.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, black people like him are the fucking worst.
Is this Adam
Let me go find his voice. I'll be right back.
Yes, he said, I'm Adam Jamaican cousin.
This is a very good voice I have.
Othello, you can try to change.
Yeah, I'm a liar, but I'm gonna.
He's one of them black power he has that bitch a shot of Sakura in his fucking PTR. He's one of those black power. He's one of those fucking black power ass motherfuckers who literally are the worst groups of fucking reparations. Yeah, he's the one that screams at bitches about reparations all fucking day that you people will never fucking get at all. He's the one. We could be talking about a sport and he'll go into a conversation about how he fucking is owed reparations. He's one of those motherfuckers. Oh my god.
Palestinians reparation. He's from Palestine, though.
Oh, Palestinian reparation. That's enough. Go get that recording.
Let me get that recording. Hold on.
Go get it, please.
It would be funny if it would be.
He would suck dick for reparations if he could.
It would be funny if I heard it wrong, but
He would get on his fucking knees and get on all fours for reparations if he could. 100%.
Where do brain cells go when we lose them?
Deported back to Mexico, where you should fucking be. That's exactly where they go.
These are the admins that you chose, Matt.
Dick stuck in the Somali communities.
These are the leaders of the room.
Right. And you're the leader of the black community, along with that bitch in your fucking PTR. She's not gonna get you reparations either, Othello. I promise you that.
Othello, you tell me, where do brain cells go when we lose them, Othello?
Hey, listen, Mike Allen. When you hear people laugh like that, it's because they're uncomfortable and they feel the embarrassment in themselves, right? It's a mind fuck, right? When you hear people laugh like that, he's not genuinely fucking laughing. He knows he's the black bitch that I'm fucking talking about. That's exactly. He knows that he's the black Democrat bitch that I'm talking about, and that's why he feels like that. So let him keep that fake ass fucking laugh. That's what they do. They all do that when they know they're getting red for fucking filth. With this black bitch.
Okay, I told y'all he was gay.
Exactly. Wallace said it in the chat. Very insecure.
Othello, you have something against gay people?
No, but he's gay. He's a faggot.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Well, I don't give a fuck what I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Far from it. But Mike, he's one of those Democrats, right? They want a booty clap for the LGBT community, but they use them as insults, right? It's like on Threads, right? I get fucking called. We get told that we're on Grindr 3 million times a since. What'd you say, Sunset?
I said, are we gonna have to pull E. Liddy out of the closet like we did?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, Othello, why would
I'll open the door for you.
Straight? Why would you say you know he's gay? It's weird.
See,
Bro, I'm telling you, Mike, you just gotta let these black bitches talk. You just gotta let them.
Othello, do you also believe that black people can't go on a computer to get IDs? Are you one of those that believe that black people don't know how to get IDs?
What?
Like, I'm just saying, like,
voter IDs.
Yeah.
No, but he's the one that lets these fucking white liberals tell him that he can't get an ID.
Manhattan and asked a bunch of white liberals, and they said, "Oh well, black people don't know how to use computers. They don't know where the DMV is." And then he went to Harlem, and all the black people were like, "We know where the fucking DMV is, and we have IDs, and all our kids have fucking iPads, and we all got unlimited internet."
You remember the one dude? He's like, "You know what DMV is?" Like, yes, over there, fucking.
Yeah, Auntie Horowitz. Yeah.
I understand you advocate for LGBT, but then you called E gay like it was insult. That was weird.
Yeah, that is weird, Othello.
No, I mean he just has a bitch spirit.
You're like, I support gay marriage and gay rights.
What
You're
did I
a
say
dirty
that?
faggot.
No, he just has a whole
No,
spirit.
you're like Diva.
So I'm trying to.
I have a whole spirit because I want Mexican illegals out of here and Somalis. I'm telling you, bro. This is what these people do.
I'm trying to exit.
He would literally let these motherfuckers gentrify him and would have nothing to say about it.
But you don't have to be a bitch.
That's fine. That's fine. Continue that fake laugh. Look, there it goes. But look, I called it before he even did it.
Fake pretentious laugh.
I'm telling you, this is what they fucking do when they feel insecure.
It's like you can
When they feel insecure, this is what they do.
You can hear their brain melting when they do that laugh.
I'm telling you, bro.
Oh Lord, Matt and Beaver, you gotta do better, man. These are not the people you need to be propping up.
My favorites when you ask them a question, they do that laugh. Where do you want us to start? Well, anywhere you want. Oh, I don't have enough time. Yeah. You haven't said anything else. You just insulted them. You haven't actually said anything.
Mike, I'm trying to.
Yeah, no, you did get small.
You're not helping me, brother. I mean, there's millions of people a month that, agree with everything I fucking say, bro. So I'm not listening to a fake, insecure ass nigga on fucking this weird ass app to tell me that I don't think about that. I promise you that, brother.
No, it's not Adam.
I promise you right now, Othello is not going to stop the thousands of people that fucking talk to me a day.
No, you're right.
Give me kudos for what I say. That's going to stop me from saying what the fuck I say. I promise you that.
More balance. This guy's a fucking. Wow. This room has been going for 2 days. Straight. I got a friend in London. He stayed over his visa in India. They threw him in prison. They didn't give a fuck if he was white.
Yep, they did the same thing in the Philippines.
So.
Okay. So wait, so why'd you have a problem with E saying get rid of all the illegal Mexicans?
The nigga said drop a nuke on Mexicans.
Oh.
I think
And
I don't
like what they do. I don't like
Everybody gets a little hyperbolic. Come on, he didn't really mean that.
But at the same time, right?
It was a Trumpism.
Yeah, I mean, look what Trump did, how he talked about the whole community of Somalis. You know what I mean? And they got grandma.
I mean, that's kind of disturbing.
Nah. You're talking to ignorant Americans as the president. You know what I'm saying? So what does that put in the mind of a person?
Well, then the good Somalians need to step up and tell the bad Somalians to keep
You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't like that.
More good Somalians or bad Somalians?
Wait, Othello, you don't like black people telling other black people to...
80% of them are on fucking welfare in Minnesota. You tell me if they're good or bad. They're coming here to fucking pillage. They're not coming here to fucking bring anything to this country. They're roaches.
They're certainly not on asylum.
So I don't give a fuck. They're a roach fucking community. That's what Somalis are. Every last one of them. So fuck them. And fuck anybody that aligns with them, personally. That includes this bitch here.
Yeah, I'm aligned with
So anyways, like I'm saying, I clearly said that we don't need to fucking drop a whole nuke on Mexico because all of them are not like that. But a good portion of that fucking country, yeah, I wouldn't mind, personally. I wouldn't mind dropping a whole fucking nuke on every last one of them.
Half a nuke.
No. I'd say about 85% of that country needs to go. Personally.
Somalia or Mexico?
Both.
I say Somalia more than Mexico.
I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
100% of that country. I'd give 85 for Mexico.
100% of the Muslims.
I feel like we're getting somewhere. Here. We're making progress.
What do the Somalis provide for this country? What do they do here?
Or you could get away with dropping
child care.
only the Muslims.
They scam like no other.
They provide daycare for plenty of citizens.
Like, what do they're no benefit to this fucking country. They're actually a net negative. What the fuck? They don't bring anything here. At all. At least the Mexicans, they come here to fucking, at least work, some of them, right? But these motherfuckers, those Somali pussy-ass motherfuckers, they don't come here to do nothing but just get on welfare and scam.
I will say, now we know where the Tim Walz
If you
pick
could
came
go in
from.
a time machine and go back in time and kill Prophet Muhammad, would you?
Oh, definitely yes.
Would you burn?
100%.
Wait, repeat that question again? What'd you say?
If you had a time machine and you could go back and kill Prophet Muhammad, would you kill him?
Yes.
Yes,
Would you be like Sahih Bukhari, Volume 4, Book 52,
Oh my God.
60, where it says, don't burn him with the fire, and I burn him with him.
Didn't that dude own slaves? Yeah, the Prophet Muhammad owned slaves. He did it in
He was a
9 years.
racist piece of shit. He traded 2 black slaves for 1 white slave.
The dude was
was illiterate.
He said
so he didn't even write the Quran.
Ethiopian, even if he hasn't had like a raisin.
So
I would have made him with horses.
That's what Bella
before I came.
To be honest, he probably ruined Aisha to where she couldn't have kids.
Yeah, that's why she died never having children. She didn't have her period until after the Battle of Kaibar, which is
Man, you love talking about this shit. But listen,
your prophets love to 9-year-old, bro.
What other communities?
Orange Science Temple of American Weirdo.
What other communities?
And then they justify it by saying that was just the time, bro. It was normal back then.
What 9-year-olds in their 54?
No, it wasn't.
A fourth grader is always a fourth grader, buddy.
Yeah. Who was it? Was the one that debated? Who was Poria? Who was it? Was the one that debated? And he pulled out the ruler, and he's like, an average 9-year-old's cervix is only like, or vagina is only 1.9 inches deep. He's like, sure, you guys.
What the fuck?
Muhammad had smaller than a.
That's what I'm saying.
Or have you ever heard?
He did in the debate. He pulled out the ruler and he asked the Muslims.
That's more interesting, talking about Al-Sunnah men and what they did to this Bonnie Blue.
Let me ask you a question. Who pulls more from welfare, Somalis or Hasidic Jews?
Probably close.
Jews. I say a tie, but I'm gonna say Jews probably. Jews.
Yeah,
they have like 14 kids.
So there's that Othello.
Okay. Just asking. Okay.
Are you trying to say that Jews don't have any purpose here? Like, are you trying to say that I'm putting them on the same category? I don't believe they're in the same category.
They're pulling. They have whole communities on welfare, like literally, like Orange County, New York. That whole community is on welfare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what fraud businesses?
Are you pointing back to like the Learning Center, or how do they pronounce it? Since he spelled it wrong, it's not
Leering Center.
Learning Center. Yeah, the Learning Center.
Really well. Why are they getting like SNAP benefits? They're doing really well.
No, are you comparing the two?
Yeah, and that's a great question.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's trying to say that Jews are net negative more than Somalis are, and I don't agree with that.
I mean, there's like 7. Wait.
Really well.
Good question.
Wait. There's literally 7 million Jews in the state of Israel, and they're blowing up 400 million Arabs, and there's nothing they can do about it. And they've been doing it since 1948.
No, we're not talking about that.
May 40th. And you are talking. You want to talk about Jewish contribution to the world and to the United States.
No, we're not talking about
I think
that.
like wait a second, Othello. There's like 280 noble. Wait. There's like 280 people notable prizes in like science. Wait a second. There's like scientists that are Jewish, and there's like fucking like 8 that from like Islamist fucking countries.
Like,
well, I think Jews have contributed more to this country than fucking Somalis have. This is just a fact.
We're not talking about Israel. We're not talking about the polio vaccine.
What are you talking about?
We're not talking about Germany.
We're not talking about cell phones. We're not talking about Clubhouse. We're not talking about microchips, the internet,
You're not talking about
GPS, ballistic missiles.
They're doing really well.
So hold on, Othello. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think has contributed more to this country, Somalis or Jews?
Great question.
Oh, Jews.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, like, what are we talking about then?
But that doesn't mean that they can siphon.
Exactly.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god.
I think it's up to $19 billion.
So let me ask you a question. Is 80% of the Jewish community on fucking, what did they, actually, I sized it, it's not 80. I think they said about 75% of the Somali community in Minnesota are on fucking welfare?
Tuna, if you get a kid,
is there anywhere here in America where Jews equal up to that percentage? Jersey.
Yo, Tuna, where 80% of the kill one, you gotta keep the other. Jews are.
There's no way to put it.
Hold on. So you said in Jersey that 80% of that community is on welfare?
Yeah, bro.
Wait.
It's an epidemic over here.
Okay, so if you have to kill one,
you're 100% incorrect. There's no way that 80% are fucking Jews. There's no way that's true. That is a damn fucking lie. No, every place Jews go, they actually succeed. That's why these people don't come to
We know they're doing really well. Especially in Orange County, New York. We know they're doing really well in that community. Why are these scammers and fraudsters siphon off more than
That's how they get more money.
you know, people like you, I always say anti-Semitism is
Oh,
brainwash.
here we go.
Think about it. The Jews will have work and then put themselves on welfare, but then their kids will make money for them.
Wait a second, thanks. It's always like a retarded, slow thing that crushes the brain and everything else like that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Thank God we're in the year 2026 where you could just look shit up real quick, right?
Exactly.
And it says here,
I like this Adam's better.
that only 10 to 15% of them are on welfare.
I like this Adam's better.
Statewide context.
Oh, you're so funny.
A lot of them have a bunch of kids just to be on it. Like, they'll make their kids work for them. That's why they have
I mean, and then why do we always try to use, what is, I think I asked this before. Where has this epidemic come from where we want to use Jews as a scapegoat?
A bunch of them already got caught.
For everything fucking bad in this country. Like, where did this come from?
A bunch of them,
Like, am I missing something? What did the Jews do to anybody for them to automatically be enemy number one?
A bunch of them got caught with welfare fraud.
We're not talking about harvesting organs. We're talking about welfare. We're not talking about
That's why they have 10, 14 kids. If they can't afford to have 2, 3 kids, they have 14 and then profit off of it.
Okay, the fucking Hispanic community does the same thing. What the fuck? That's not a Jewish thing that they're having a shitload of kids.
No, they're doing it crazier. Like, Latinos do it. Like, you're not wrong that Latinos do it. Hold on. You're not wrong that Latinos do it, but they're having 14 to 15 kids per guy. That's insane.
That's all you have. It's like,
yeah, well, I'm not on the hate train. I have my problems with every group in America, but Jews are really not,
Not now, but they will be.
Bro, I hate everybody equally. But people like fans are like focus on Jews. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
it's the truth.
You know who your real enemies in the United States? Italians, Somalians, Muslims.
It's the Jews is the reason we're not getting that much money back, and the reason we gotta pay so much. So yeah, it's the Jews' fault.
Okay, tell me, hold on, A-Check, hold on. We need to have him explain his fucking position, A-Check, hold on. So, why are they at fault, thanks?
Because they take more money from the welfare system, and then it leaves less for the rest of us that actually get to take care of the kids that we can take care of. They don't have kids that they can take care of.
I'm trying to clarify right now, Poirier. I'm going to let you. So you're saying that Jews out of every other fucking country take welfare.
No,
so
I didn't say that.
What are you getting at?
I didn't say said that they purposely do that to benefit off the welfare system more than the people in this community in Jersey. So yeah, even though Latinos have a bunch of kids out of wedlock, they stop at a certain amount to where they can take care of it because they have to take care of it out of pocket. These motherfuckers will over-exceed that number just to make more from it.
And
Somalis are not already got caught with fraud.
You're talking about a state-by-state basis. You're not, so the Somalis in Minnesota are not doing the exact fucking same thing that you're
talking about that. I'm talking about here in New Jersey.
But how is that any different? Like, I'm not.
It's not any different. But when you were talking to me about here in New Jersey, and I'm explaining it to you on what they're doing and transferring around.
Yeah, all you have to do is research it. Look, I got it right here. It says, due to a very high number of children per household, and often only one earns an average income well below poverty threshold. They've been identified as having a very high rate of public assistance usage, often citing the highest poverty rate in the nation. And that's only because of how many people are in the house. They're actually doing really well in Krias Joel. That's the name of the village.
Why is the Oregon paying $81,700 for like illegal immigrants, but the median income is $81,200?
I don't even understand your question, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Lay off the sauce, dog.
Stop doing coke and listen to what I fucking said, motherfucker.
I mean, I don't smoke, drink, or do coke, so I mean,
Coke was a specific drug.
Here, dude, New York City is now paying for illegal immigrants $81,700 per year per person the way they're doing it. And like the median income for an average New Yorker is $81,200. So they're giving illegal immigrants $500 extra and all the rest of it for fucking free.
So listen to this. Okay, just listen to this and check out the link I just sent. Okay, they got $94 million in federal pandemic aid, and it went to a school of less than 500 students. Are you seeing that link?
I'm reading it right now.
You want to talk about Somali fraud? When it's going on right over here in New York as well. You know, we just only want to hyper focus on one community because they have dark skin.
I never said that they weren't participating in fraud, but we're not going to act like they do in the other group that I'm referring to, or that Somalis are somehow a net positive to the country more than Jews are. That's just not true. But they don't benefit. They don't benefit anything here. They just come here to take. At least Jews, they produce when they get here. Now, I'm not saying this link, I'm going to really read it and actually, really, listen to what you're saying. There's just no way anybody in this room can tell me that those people come here to fucking produce anything. They don't. They just steal.
Bro, the sad part of it is, like, I'm 50 years old, and I've never made more than $30,000 a year straight up in my whole fucking life. But if I made 30, I spent 25 and then invested 5. Like, and that's what I've done every year my whole life. And like, my mom taught me to live within my means and my income. And like, I don't think the rest of the world understands how to do this. And when they don't understand how to do this, they expect the fact that I made all this money that I gotta give it to them. Because I have all these resources.
Okay, so, hold on.
A series of
So it says here, where I just lost it. Okay, yeah, most recently school officials refused to address how the system of less than 500 students is spending nearly $94 million in pandemic aid designed to curb leading loss and other effects of one of the worst disruptions to education in American history. So the total on Jews is $94 million, right, in this article?
That's just pandemic. That's not the welfare that this village gets. That's just pandemic aid for the school. So that's not counting anything else. They got FEMA or the SNAP and government assistance that they get. And
so, go ahead. Listen.
If you actually go look up this neighborhood or this village, it's actually very nice. It doesn't look like but they're able to beat the system and produce numbers like the projects, right? And get the money, even though there's actual living quarters in the town around them is actually very nice, but they're able to use the numbers to make it look like they're living in poverty. And so
if we were to look up pandemic relief money, all the money that they've stolen from the government, and let's be honest, all the fraud that they've been committing, do you think Jews outweigh what Somalis have done? I'm not done reading this article, by the way. But
I don't know.
Bro,
you would have to ask.
Somalians have the skill, but Jews just do it for the love of the game.
I don't know. You would have to add up months and months and years of fraudulent government assistance on the Hasidic Jewish part in New York. And that's just New York.
And I'm going to actually go do that research, but my point of contention is that I believe they benefit this country more than Somalis do. Just a fact. I understand, and we can all come to an agreement that both are committing fraud in some form or fashion. But like to say that I sound like a broken record. To say that Somalis are net positive more than the Jewish community.
Would you like me to read off the list of all of the Jewish movements in the United States? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. I just came into this.
Shut the fuck up.
What do we got? Like 27% of the Nobel Prizes. But would you like me to read like in the United States, like leaders and shit? So,
Yes, tell me why they just
there's fringe. There's fraud. There's fringe in every community, every single community. Like prosecute fraud in your life. Represent fraudsters. Be around fraud. Exists everywhere. I mean, so just to try to pin it on, say, an entire community, by percentage, it's kind of extraordinary to hear it.
Because it's a trend going on in the community that they're exercising amongst themselves.
What's the size of the community? What's the size of it?
He looked it up. He said 15 to 20% of them are now using welfare.
15 to 20% of whom?
Jewish community.
Of the entire, so the Jewish community, hold on, because there's some dumbasses. I've been quiet tonight, but the Jewish community in the United States, the Jewish population in the United States, do you know what the number is? You have all this information? So, what's the percentage of the Jewish population in the United States?
Like a tenth of 1%.
No, in the United States.
6 million.
Okay, in the United States, it's a little over 2% of the population of the United States.
Yeah, it was about 6 million.
And what percent of the Jewish population is the ultra-Orthodox Hasidic population that lives in Lakewood, New Jersey, or Muncie, New York?
Probably
that's what I'm saying,
200,000, a quarter million.
I mean, you got to be kidding me. So of that population, whatever the percentage is of that population that live in those communities, you're now painting the entire community, the entire population within the United States.
I can see majority of them.
Like, I mean,
I can see majority.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not jumping on this whole Jew slander. Like, I just feel
like what are you doing? This is insane. This is just insane. You can dislike, hey guys, you go dislike whoever you want to dislike. I really don't give a shit.
There's a reason though.
But don't have inaccurate statements. And it's inaccurate to paint a wide brush over an entire community because a very, very small percentage of the community, a percentage of that community.
The percentage that got caught. That's what you're talking about. The percentage that got caught doing it.
Even if it's 4 times that amount in that community, the size of that community is like my little pinky inch of my finger compared to the rest of the Jewish community in the United States.
So it's okay.
What are you smoking?
So it's okay. So it's okay. Let them fuck us over because it's a little minute scope.
I mean, like that. The Somali community by percentage is a different conversation. The Somali community by percentage in the United States is a different conversation. Tell me the size of the Somali
It's not even just welfare that we're talking about. It's the schooling system. It's the housing system over here.
Okay, I can argue school choice with you, Othello, and I can go back and forth with you about school choice, about taxes in New Jersey, because I've lived in New Jersey. Okay, pay taxes, understand the sending districts under school taxes and property taxes.
Okay, so understand if it's not the
Othello, Mr. Know-it-all, also licensed property law in that state. So you want to argue about how property tax works in the state of New Jersey, and how sending districts work for school districts, and how school choice works all around the country. You can get into an argument. That's not the point of what I'm saying. You are taking a brush and painting a population that has, how many million? Are we at like 7 million in the United States? Someone give me the number. It's somewhere. It's 2.3% of the U.S. population, and you're saying
around 7 million.
Thank you. And that whole community, that whole population is committing fraud. And just think of how
It's not crazy to say. It's crazy because it doesn't sound good in your head, but yeah, they take over a lot of shit here in America.
and sophomoric and uneducated of a statement that is.
You're coming in very late.
Abby, you weren't responding to Othello, though. That's the
Hey, whoever I'm responding to, I came in and I heard that and I had to respond.
Yeah,
and I'm happy to take anyone on the conversation about property tax.
And then they give us the little bit
If you
of
want to talk about property tax,
Okay, Fangs, let me ask you a question,
in the
Fangs.
state of New
Do
Jersey.
Jews and the rest of the America... Hold on, Abby, hold on. Because I really genuinely have to ask this fucking question.
Go ahead, Adams.
Othello, I read your article. I don't like the article, right? It's a problem. I will admit the article is a problem. But I have to ask this question. Fangs. Okay, so we'll get into that a little later. Fangs, you said that Jews are taking over everything and then they leave the rest of you with scraps. Do we all not have the opportunity in this country to do what we need to do? We do. So what do you mean? Like, are they just bullying people around and
it's mainly the upper class. They can't really do it to the middle, upper class, but they're mainly exploiting the lower class. Only because a lot of the people
What am I doing to you, Fangs? What am I doing to you, the lower class? You have a job or not. But what am I personally doing to give you scraps? What am I doing?
Abby, he's only addressing the Hasidic community, and
Yes. Okay, I'm going to read something from the article. Right? Let's just put out this from the article. They say to put this amount in perspective, right? This is the 94 million that a school of less than 500 got in pandemic aid. They said to put that amount in perspective, in the last round of funding alone, the Curious Joel
Imagine
Village
being able to build an app with your name on it just by
over
thinking about it.
95,000
Meet Base 44.
nearly 40 times the national average and more than double what New York schools spend on special education students. 40 times the amount that we get.
What do you mean we get? What do you think it costs to send a kid? If you, and I can tell you New Jersey because I practiced in Atlantic City, you send your kid to Atlantic City High and you live in a sending district, like you're in Down Beach district, which doesn't have a high school. What do you think that village, that town, that city has to pay to send each one of their tax-paying students to the regional high school? What do you think it costs?
I don't think it
Take
costs.
a guess.
I don't think it costs.
It costs the sending district. It costs the city of Margate, New Jersey.
40 times what any of.
What do you think it costs per student?
I don't think it should cost.
Just answer the question. How much do you think it costs?
Mississippi and shit.
No. In the New Jersey, we're in the state of New Jersey.
He's saying 40 times higher.
Okay, quiet, Rich. What do you think it costs in the state of New Jersey if you're in a sending district and you have to send your tax-paying student to the regional high school?
About 50,000, I'm guessing.
It's 35,000, something like that. Maybe even close to 40 now per student. Okay? So the number that you're saying, put it into perspective that you're sending to a regional high school that is not even where you want to send your kids, but you have no choice because of the way the laws are set up in that county in New Jersey. So you're saying it's 4 times. I'm telling you that just the one example I gave you, it's not 4 times.
But it's to their own school.
Do you know what school choice is?
Yes, but I'm saying.
Do you believe in school choice? Do you believe in school choice?
You're saying that this is going. You're saying that this is to send them to.
I'm saying you live in a town that doesn't have a high school. You live in a town in New Jersey that doesn't have a high school. Let's say you have an elementary school in that town. Maybe you have a middle school. And you need to send your population, you need to send your kids to a high school, a public high school. Or you can opt out under school choice and give a voucher and they can go to the Catholic high school that's probably half the price.
That's not what's going on here. It's to their own school.
I'm trying to give you an idea of how much high school costs per student in New Jersey. You think the number is a high number. I'm not going to debate that with you, but it's not 4 times the number. And go Google, read about other high schools in South Jersey. This is in the middle of New Jersey. Go look in North Jersey. It's probably higher there. Look in Bergen County. Look in Essex. I gave you an Atlantic County number.
Where are we?
You know something crazy too? You know something crazy?
Nick said.
Majority of the Board of Education, they're Jewish. And the majority of the money that they fund and put into these schools, they mainly put it into private
Board of
Jewish schools.
Education of where?
Public inner city schools anywhere. You Hudson County and Essex
Major,
County.
what did you just say? The Board of Education anywhere
Board of Education.
is all Jewish?
Majority of Board of Education in
Where?
Hudson and Essex and even in Long Branch. You can even look at Long Branch. They
And how do you know
majority
they're Jewish? How do you
because
know?
I looked it up.
And how do
And
you
a lot
know?
of them try to hide it too. A lot of them
But
try
how do they try to hide it? And how do you know?
Because if you go on the actual
Because someone
website,
has a last name, you're going to assume that they are?
listen, you're being defensive.
I'm not being defensive. I'm being...
Is your point about just New Jersey? Because I'm speaking about overall. When we have this conversation about
School boards.
I'm sorry.
I mean, last I checked, Atlantic County has a ton of Italians.
Jews aren't on all the
And blacks.
in all the boards.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. It's just the most insane thing. And most of us send our kids to private school if we can afford it.
The region, though, where's the Jews happen to
That's why we still have old textbooks from the 90s.
in these regions?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, at
Have a very high
35,000 a kid in Atlantic City High, they're getting a shit ton of money. Plus, they spent almost $100 million to build the facility that was overbuilt, and it stuck the sending districts with a huge price tag because the inner city insisted on a massive building with massive. You think I'm making this up? Go read the history of Atlantic City. Knock down the old one, build a new one for
Because
close
even
to $100 million.
Patterson High School needed that funding, and they said, no, we're not going to give it to you for textbooks, for new chairs, and for a new monitor that they need for school. They gave that money mainly to the private Jewish schools, kids. Mainly. They said, fuck Patterson High School.
So what's wrong with school choice?
What's wrong with school choice? A lot of people can't move to certain areas where they can afford to go to school.
But we have that right. And
But we
to
have
have
that.
school
Okay, we don't
choice,
have
we should
that.
have
It's
that.
mainly the lower
My
class
point is
people
being-
who are exploited.
my point is that whatever downfall that's going on in New Jersey, and I'm just speaking, I don't live there, right? My mother's from Brooklyn, so I don't really have much to say about New Jersey. But my point is, I don't think it's fair that you should say whatever downfall that's going on in New Jersey is because of Jews. Right? Again, when you read those article, okay, clearly if there was some scamming shit going on, I don't like it, right? But my point is that I just don't feel like we should be blaming them for everything that's going on there.
We're not blaming them for everything. I'm blaming them for specific things that they're doing.
You just said every school board in New Jersey. I told you, you just said every school board in New Jersey. Didn't you say that?
You can guess.
You're repeating your words.
Mainly in central New Jersey.
So now you're changing what you're saying. So now you're
I
saying
said Hudson and Essex. Where's Hudson and Essex? Like central New Jersey.
But where's Bergen?
Bergen is
Last I checked,
central New
Bergen
Jersey.
was. No, Bergen is not central New
Well, it's
Jersey.
north. It's north.
Bergen is not central New Jersey.
Where's Bergen?
Why don't you look on a map? What's the Bergen County, New Jersey? It's North Jersey. It is not central. It's North Jersey.
This is a Jersey argument.
You want to have a Jersey argument? What do you want to argue about in New Jersey? Pennsylvania's a better
Look it
state.
up just to prove it.
She's from Pittsburgh. She's honorary.
I'm from Philly. Bergen County is North Jersey. Josh Gottheimer is a member of Congress. He's a great member of Congress. Oh my God, he's a Jew. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, there are Jews that live there. Are you, like, upset that they have representation in Congress?
You've got one of the best members of Congress.
The conversation started because I said that Somalis don't benefit this country as much as Jews do. Basically, and I said that majority.
Yes, and I said that 80% or 85% of the community in Minnesota are fucking scammers, and they're basically just coming here to take. And I said that majority Jews, they don't do that. They're coming here, they benefit this country more than the Somali community does. And then that's when Othello put the article in the chat, which I did read, and okay, I will admit, I don't like that, what I read, right? But that doesn't negate anything of what I said, basically, and that's how we got here.
Right now, I understand. But you know what's interesting?
Jews in America are scammers.
If you look at the day schools and the private Jewish schools around the country, and you will see that at least 50% of the students are there on scholarships paid for by other families and by the community. The local Jewish federations in cities across North America take their money that is donated by the community and allocate a percentage to the day schools so that many students that can't afford to go there have their tuitions paid for by the community. So if you want to talk about taking, let's talk about giving and how much is given and how much is also, and let me give you another fun statistic. 26 to 27% of all charitable giving in the United States is given by the Jewish community. That's across the board. Okay, that's universities.
Are you serious?
That's
26%.
Diseases, curing of diseases. That's hospitals. Yes, take a look at the statistic of how much is donated by the Jewish community. An overwhelming percentage based on being 2% of the population. So you're talking about taking versus giving? I'll not with you any day and argue it. And you pick the charity, university, pick the hospital system, but pick, let's see, multiple sclerosis. Let's talk about the cystic fibrosis. Pick a disease charity, arthritis disease, and look at the money given and who's donating to help cure these diseases, to help the American Heart Association. Look at who the donors are. Okay? And you want to talk about taking versus
saying that things, we're just basically saying that every community does scam. But again, the root of my point, which started this whole conversation, was basically, I'm gonna keep sounding like a broken record, that they don't produce more, the Somalis don't produce more in this country than the Jewish community does.
Right.
And that's just a fact.
That's a fact.
But thank you. That's all I was saying. Okay, but so whatever is going on in New Jersey, again, it's not cool. They shouldn't be doing whatever I'm reading in this article if this is 100% true, right? But that wasn't really my point. What I was getting at. But again, we can find articles like what Othello put for other communities too, right? In New Jersey, and I'm pretty sure are doing a lot of fuck shit right now.
There's plenty of white communities and plenty of black communities that have produced scams.
Right, so we can't just say that this is a Jewish thing that's happening there. They're just taking part.
You were just criticizing the Somalis per se, going like, that's 80%, like it seems like they're all there to scam.
Am I lying? In Minnesota, aren't 85% of Somali families based 75 to 80% on public assistance?
Plus,
if that's what
this is a fact.
A lot of them don't understand English enough too, so where it's like they kind of have
That's not good. Like, there's got to be some kind of an assimilation angle.
They don't come here to assimilate.
I'm sure.
You're sure, or do you know? Do they have philanthropic associations that they give back to their own community?
Look that up.
Meaning if they're contributing and making a thing, they might just be slow and hoarding a bunch of the cash they're grabbing.
What were they hoarding it for, though? For themselves, right?
There's a scared people that when they see cash, they tend to think to save most of it and build with a little bit of it. Just different standards. And we can, penalize them for it, but then, tell them to start investing.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I stand by my point. If I were to pick a community, I'm picking the Jewish community every time over them.
Well, I like the Jews.
So, you said you like Othello.
Me too.
Thanks, let me ask you a question, thanks.
What is your reason for not? And this is just a question for Fangs, because what is your reason for not being too fond of them?
They're very hostile. They have their own communities. They shut everyone off. It's like anytime when another community tries to get comfortable with them or close to them, they just awkwardly just distance themselves. It's in New York too. It's like they're like a private group. No one can touch. Cops will arrest you if you say anything wrong to them. It's like they're very hostile against us. And then they do all the fuck shit underneath our noses because they can. It's like, why would we be cool with you? Like, yeah, you did a lot. Yeah, we benefited off you in some degree. But now you fuck us over in the lower class, and then you get all hostile with us, and then you don't even allow other people in the community. Shut everybody up.
Thanks. Have you ever been to Lancaster, Pennsylvania?
No, I've only been in Jersey.
Do you know, it's not that far. You can drive there from Jersey. It's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
No.
It's called the Amish. It's a culture. Beautiful country. It's a beautiful area. If you hang around the Amish, do you think the Amish want you to be in their community and touch them and let's see what are the things you said? Be around them? No. You're just the Amish are very private.
Like we're on Jewish land. Like we're acting like we're.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Amish are very religious.
The Jews are renters. They move in.
Exactly.
So, do you have a problem with the community that's, the Amish are very strict, very conservative. They like to keep to themselves. Is that something that bothers you?
Everyone needs to keep to themselves.
Yeah, but you'll never understand
Very religious.
Because he agrees
Not
with
no, I'm not saying you understand the religion. I'm saying your register is not going to be on the same social network of 10 men that are meeting every morning, every evening, and every afternoon. Just because of religious devotion, right? Those people, the social cohesion that makes amongst, let's say, those 10 men and their families, and their parents and grandparents that were born there, and their children that are growing up there. The kind of social glue they have, you're just never gonna get in there unless you're Jewish. You could wave at them, you could, as they go to their shuls to meet with the same 10 men that have been there since time immemorial, but, there are layers of control of the community that are deeper and deeper embedded in the community. Some guy passing through, a stranger, or even someone that's there regularly, like a policeman, is not going to be privy to the internal bits. He's going to have some liaison at a higher level or some middleman guy. You're not going to be in the Jewish community unless you're Jewish. It's always going to be the case. Just like I'm not in the freaking Catholic community. I'm not in the Protestant community. I'm not in the Baptist community. I'm not in the Muslim community.
Here in LA, right? I call it Black Beverly Hills because that's basically where it is, where there's a high group of black individuals here, and they live very well for themselves. And they have the same thing. You're not gonna get in that circle unless you're black.
But you're cool with
or Black American.
But you're cool with some of them, right?
Yeah, but just like I'm cool with some Jews too. But I understand.
I can't go into those circles just out of nowhere.
I understand that the Jewish community, just like the black community, just like some white communities, they have
Haitians.
Yes, it's all the same shit. They're not just gonna let you in.
Was a guy in Jersey really interviewing New Jerseyans, and everybody that wasn't Jewish said they don't like Jews, or they don't mess with Jews because of what's going on around here. It's not like, we didn't get in there.
Because anti-Semitism is fun again.
But it's no, it's the people over here, we're not anti-Semites. We're little lower class ghetto people. Some are.
Why would you devour
We're ghetto
yourself like
people
that?
too, Fangs. We're ghetto people. Actually, we invented the word.
Yeah, the ghetto was the place you put the Jews. They're poor Jews
We're more
living
ghetto than you are.
They're living like the Amish.
Yeah, the origin of the ghetto starts in Venice with the Jews.
Okay, so all that being included, why wouldn't we have an issue with them? We're supposed to be we just line up.
Maybe you have an issue. Maybe you have an issue, but that's you.
Because you should work with them. They're here. They're part of America.
Hey, Fangs, have you ever hired a Jewish lawyer or gone to a Jewish doctor or had a Jewish teacher in school?
I was trying to get one of my Jewish friends to do it.
Okay, so why do you paint the brush that it's the whole community? That's the problem I'm having with what you're saying.
Because because we correlate to the whole community when we don't see Jewish people literally being on the outside, on the outskirts of it. So that's what we build. If we can't see a single Jewish person to where we're comfortable, cool, buddy with, it's like we're gonna label all of y'all like that, especially in New Jersey.
Well, should I label all black people that way?
You know what it is, Faye? Listen, I will admit something right now, right? I used to have the same, like, not same like you're having right now, but I used to ask myself, like, damn, why do they own the jury just because my mom's from New York? Like, why are they all in the jury? Like, why do they own so much this? Why? But then you know what it is? I feel like you need to have conversations with them and actually sit down and try to like talk to them. Because when I started to actually talk to them and sit down and try to understand why things are the way they are, my whole stance on things just started changing. And I just feel like are you giving them a chance to like,
I'm gonna tell you an honest story. I'm gonna tell you honest on it. In Newark, New Jersey, right now, there's a Jewish man that owns a housing complex. Section 8, he raised the rent on everyone that's living in that Section 8 projects in Newark, New Jersey. They asked him, why did you raise the rent? No response. They asked him again, hey, why'd you raise the rent? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe interest rates went up, taxes went up.
They're supposed to be going on their check. Whatever their check is, however much they make is what they charge them on their Section 8. They raise the rent.
Well, could expenses have gone up things? Like, have you ever owned real estate? Have you owned real estate and leased it ever? And had property taxes go up or insurance rates go up? Like, what am I missing here, guys? Like, have you ever owned real estate things and rented it out?
No.
Okay, so when you own real estate, like you have expenses when you own the real estate, including property taxes, insurance.
So it's okay for a single mother's rent to go up from $800 to $1,000.
You should talk to the governor.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I mean, what if the person who owns the building, their expenses went up by $200?
Do you think when something like that happens, that this... Hold on. Sunset, let me ask you a question. Like, this is genuine right now, right? Do you think when something like that happens where they raise things, do you think they're sitting in themselves like, damn, how can I fuck over all these people and I'm just gonna raise their rent because I'm a horrible fucking person? Or are they just trying to meet where the economy is going? So they're not losing money, which is like typically what people who run businesses do. Like, I don't think that people are just sitting in their fucking house like, you know what, I hate these people so fucking much, I'm gonna raise the rent. Like, I
got something for you. Section 8, brother, Section 8, even if the landlord, even if the landlord raises the rent, Section 8 also has the authority to either move those people or either ask for more to pay out, meaning Section 8 will pay on the back end, right? So those residents doesn't have to eat that. So if the rent was raised by $100, then those residents can put in a request to the government, and the government will see that on the reflected paperwork. The government will look on taking on that back end cost. So the residents doesn't have to do that. How do I know that? Because I've signed up and helped people get on stuff like housing, all these things. And we have to look at the variances and what type of housing they're moving into. Is it project-based housing? Is it tax credit? Is it affordable housing? All those things matter because that dictates the type of rent.
Right, so basically that's not them sitting in their room saying, I'm going to fuck over all these people because I don't like a bunch of black people or I don't like a bunch of whoever, and I'm just going to raise their rent, right, Fangs? Let him answer, please. So I really want to hear his tip.
Yeah, no, it's all about money. It is all about
Thank you.
So when the community and the area starts building up, it starts getting more gentrified to where, the property taxes are going to be up. Yeah, they're going to charge us way more. But
insurance?
In certain areas where it's the projects, it's not the projects anymore. It's slowly less and less becoming the projects where we have to pay more for rent, but our jobs don't even pay us that much. So it's like, yeah, you can work in these areas. You
should be talking to your elected representatives about that.
They're basically telling us you can work in these areas, yeah, but you're not going to make as much to live in these areas. So you're going to have to live somewhere else. Now that it's getting more gentrified. So the people that are in Section 8 that make enough to pay for their rent, they can't afford their rent anymore because now they're charging them more to live there. So it's like,
oh my God, they made the neighborhood nicer. Oh no.
Even when they move out, guess who moves in? Jews.
All the Jews look for all the Section 8. That's what you're saying now?
We're seeing that. And even some Jews have 14 kids. They have 14 kids, and their oldest kid will take that house that a new family just moved out of because they couldn't afford it.
And you think it's only Jewish people that move into all of these properties?
It's mainly here in Jersey, yes.
And where in the whole state of New Jersey?
It's damn near everywhere in New Jersey.
Everywhere in New Jersey, really?
Yes, it's an epidemic.
So it's along the beaches in New Jersey, or Section 8 housing. Yeah, you know, and think of how you sound. Think of how you sound. The generalizations are terrible.
It's true. I know how it sounds, and I know you're in your feels, but it's true.
It's true. This is what you're telling me.
Housing all the time, and housing, brother, it's dictated again on your income. But if it's raised, right, if the landlord comes in and says, hey, I want to raise the rent, then the landlord has to turn into the government why I want to raise the rent. Am I putting in flooring? Am I getting materials? All these things matter because if you're putting in on the pay sheet, why? You can't just raise the rent on the rest of
But you can raise the rent if those things happen, right, Ashton? You can raise the rent if you need to improve the real estate.
Yes.
If the insurance rates have gone up. Thank you,
People don't think we know how to do that. A lot of Jewish people don't think black people or Latinos know how to get in touch with the government or even complain. Like,
why do you think a lot of listen to what you sound like?
That's true. That is true.
A lot of Jewish people. What do you mean by a lot of Jewish people?
A lot of Jewish people that own
what's a lot? Who are these people?
That own property. They don't think that
own property. So everyone that owns property is out to swindle, is what you're saying.
They're swindling us, yes.
Yes.
They're professional swindlers. Professional con men.
All of them. Every one of us, right? God forbid you have something that goes wrong with your heart. I hope that your surgeon,
You're taking it to the heart, and I'm telling you what we're going through. And
what are you going to do if your doctor's last name is Goldstein? What are you going to do?
Windler landowner.
Whatever you say,
corruption is to do something for us.
I'm not, hold on, I'm not ignoring, I'm not ignoring the plight of what, I'm not ignoring the plight of what you're going through over there. What I'm saying is this is blanket. Doesn't matter if you're Jew, white, black, government doesn't care. You have to meet certain laws. You have to comply, meaning if you've made improvements to the apartment, then you can raise the rent. The government then will require the residents, right, to fill out a form letting the government know, hey, put in a change request. My rent has raised. Why? Because the landlord has done what? They have remodeled the unit, and you have to check on the sheet either remodel or you can do a request to move. The government also, if the rent is too high, the government will file a summons to not pay sometimes, and the government has backed out and said, hey, we're not going to pay $2,000 a month in rent. The government has control to do that. I suggest you do fill out your summons. If you cannot afford to stay there, let the government know and say, hey, because it's easy. It doesn't matter if you're Jewish. They're not asking you these questions, brother. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, black or white. None of this matters. Set all that to the side. Take your butt down there and go fill out the paperwork so that you can have some protections in case your rent is raised. All these protections are out there for everybody.
I don't know if they did that, but majority of people that live in housings that owned by Jewish people, they just sucked it up and said, you know what, fuck it, we're just going to pay.
The majority of the people that live in housing owned by... Listen to how I speak. Fangs, do you have like a career? Do you have a career? Do you work? Do you make a living?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you go to college?
Yes. I went to trade school.
You went to trade school. You didn't go to university.
No.
Do you ever think of going to a university?
No.
You don't want to. So, in your trade, can you advance in your trade? Can you do something to study more to advance to a higher level in your trade?
Yeah, I'm ACE certified. I'm ACE certified on working on cars. I'm a mechanic.
Okay, so is there a way to ultimately advance in that? That maybe look at...
I'm advanced. I'm an ACE certified mechanic that works at an all-around shop. I make good money. And it's not like anyone that's just out here that's just making shit money. No. We're here in our community working on
But you have to live in Section 8 housing, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I live in Section 8.
So, but you said you make good money. So if you make good money, why
don't make
Why
the
are you
money
living in
like that.
Section
I
8?
don't make the good money that they
So
make.
how would you make more money in your career?
Groceries, stuff to do.
So, but how would you make more money in your career? What could you do to advance your career?
Yeah, but there's a specific.
Could you go to school and study more and maybe get a higher level position?
Abby, you're scraping and scrambling to be.
No, I'm not scraping and scrambling because the difference between you and I is that I spend years and years from early in the morning to late at night studying, working hard to get through university, to get through law school, to work in a career. So if you don't make enough money and you're upset on how you're living, then go back and study and push yourself.
Listen to what you're saying.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
All of those people, you're basically telling everybody that's in the community here in New Jersey, well, if you're not making enough to live, well, just try to study more and you'll make more. Yeah. No, it doesn't fucking work that way.
Studying doesn't help
us here to where they have to almost live off that income to live in these areas, and the Jews are pushing them out as slowly as they can. You're ignoring that because you're like, oh, it's not all of us.
Before coming on this out, did you file a complaint with the government before coming and talking to us and saying, hey, I need to, because, hey, that old-fashioned thing called right now.
There was a protest about it. There was a protest about it, and I could send it.
Okay, so, but did you file a complaint after the protest was over? Did you file out? Okay, then you need to do, okay, and then, because you need to, hold on, because you gotta fill out, hold on, brother, hold on, just calm down. You gotta fill out the paperwork to file your complaints with the government first, right? Because I help people do this stuff all the time, right? You gotta complain with the house. Got bugs. Brother, I live here in Dallas, Fort Worth. Help people
Okay, so that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
What do you mean it doesn't count?
Because we're talking about the corruption here in Jersey.
Look, my problem with people like what Fang says is this: like, you act like the people that are there that are, you know, kind of in fucked up situations right now. I'm not being inconsiderate either, but this is the truth. Like, everybody has the opportunity to pull themselves out of whatever fucking situation they're in.
Not everybody.
We all know. Hold on. Listen, okay, and I'm not doing this whole pull yourself up by the bootstraps bullshit, right? But I'm pretty sure, Fangs, that you know people that are around you or whatever, that you may be affiliated with, that were all in fucked up situations, bro, and they changed their situation. So to sit here and act like, to act like that, like it's not possible for somebody to pull themselves out of a tough situation and that we should just blame the government and that all these people don't have the equal chance that we all do to fucking improve their lives is ridiculous. Like, it's not the Jews' fault. It's like, bro, just figure it out.
It's your fault.
Like, we don't have to.
Yeah, just figure it out.
It's your fault,
They're
Fangs.
fucking us over.
It's your fault.
Bro, as crazy as it sounds, yes, it's literally that direct, bro. You gotta figure it the fuck out. So let me ask you a question. What should they do, Fangs? Hold on, Ashton, because we have to dissect this, bro. Because this is a fucking sickness that we're dealing with right now.
It is a sickness.
As if these people are not capable to fix their situation. So what do you suppose that they do, Fangs? What are you looking for them to do?
What, for the Jewish community?
No, for these people that you claim can't fix their situation that they're in right now.
You're basically talking about, oh, well, you gotta get a further education to make more. Okay, that's gonna take a couple months. That's gonna take maybe even a year or so. Plus, that's also gonna take money that they don't have. So you're talking about you're talking about maybe even a single mother with 2 kids that has to now go get another further education just to afford the housing that now.
So let me ask you a question, Pat. Do you think that there's not people in this fucking world or this country?
Okay, but
this country that have not been single mothers. Hold on, that haven't been single mothers and they've gone to school and pulled themselves out of the situation. So then, what are you talking about then?
I'm saying that
Yeah, maybe they decided to study instead of fucking off. Like maybe they decided to spend those hours and actually apply themselves and made those life choices, right?
It's not ignorant, bro. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I hate that.
Don't fill out the form. And you're not doing that. Go fill out the form.
Look, Ashton, Ashton, this is deeper than just a form filling out a goddamn form. We're talking about like a real problem that we have here right now. That people who think that they're at the bottom, that they can't somehow, some way get themselves out of the situation that they're in. And like, I'm asking Fangs, like, so they're supposed to just sit there and wallow in their fucking sickness or whatever they're dealing with? So then what are they supposed to do?
You're saying that basically if somebody else basically that has the same situation as they do here in New Jersey, they say, oh well, certain people got out of that situation. It's different because when first of all, we've been here, we've lived here for years upon years, and we've never.
Do you think that there's not people that are fucked up here in LA that's also dealing with this? Like, people are not the only people
I didn't say that.
in Jersey.
Here in New Jersey, we can pinpoint where it all comes from. We can pinpoint the reason for it. And
Bro, you can do that same. You can do that same thing in every 50 states.
Isn't Cory Booker a black guy and he pulled himself out and he went to, where'd he go? Oxford, Cambridge? I mean, so like,
there are plenty of
there's plenty of people in Jersey. He's Newark, man. He pulled himself right out.
Hold on, Labby, this is why I said this is ignorant. Because you have people here that can't go to further education. You have people here that are almost paralyzed because of their jobs.
Why not?
You have people here that don't have to work these fields.
Why can't they make that choice? Why can't you make the choice to go own a mechanic shop instead of just working as one? Why can't you make that choice to go and apply yourself to eventually own a place? Doesn't sound like you care to do
So
that.
your response to that was you're young and you have the opportunity to make that choice. Is that what you just said right now?
I said I'm young. I have the opportunity to make that choice. I have the opportunity to get there. But you're talking about people that don't have that ability or probably already rubbed into with their old jobs where they have to work.
Why don't they have that ability?
Because they'll get evicted by the time they get that point.
You mean so the choice of applying themselves versus farting around one night, or applying themselves to something else?
Stop what they're doing. Get a further education just so they can afford to now live in a place that the Jewish people in their community just ran up, and then you're basically telling them, well, get a further education.
It's the fault of the Jews that somebody hasn't chosen to better themselves.
So just quit your job. Who cares if you get evicted in the next year?
No, maybe in the evenings, instead of going out and hanging out on the street, you open a bar.
Literally nobody's telling them to quit their jobs.
Listen to me, even blue-collar workers that live here in New Jersey, they're facing this shit too. And they're doing shit in our community that we don't do as far as plumbing, as far as mechanic work like me, and as far as working the electric lines. We need these people in our communities. And
No one said you don't need it, but what is your desire to advance yourself?
about Abby,
You just said you're living in Section 8. You don't want to live in Section 8. How are you going to get out of that?
here in New Jersey has
You think we should hand you the money to get out of it? Or do you think you should get out of it yourself? Thanks. How do you think you're going to get out of Section 8?
Question, bro. That is a real
Do you think we should be handing you the money to get out of Section 8? Or you may make a choice one night to open a bunk instead of going out and hanging out on the street? Like, you make that choice, right? No, I'm asking you what you're doing to advance yourself.
It's not me specifically,
Well,
Abby.
you said you live in Section 8.
Everyone here. Everyone here.
Everyone. Every single
What
person.
are you doing to advance your career? That's like saying everybody else that's over here that's on the brink of getting evicted. Oh, everyone that's getting evicted right now, y'all should all get a higher education to not get evicted. Even though y'all work jobs that...
Listen, I'm not in the business of kicking people when they're down, and I'm manifesting that situation is going to get better for you, bro, and I genuinely fucking mean that, but you're not going to sit here and tell me, because you just came out your mouth and said that you have the opportunity to change the situation. So, I mean, I believe in the next 5 years, your situation isn't going to be what it is right now. And so you would be one of those, but the same drive that you fucking had is the same drive that everybody else is going to fucking have. That's what I'm telling you.
It's not what we're drive is not what we're talking about. Obviously, people get out of their situations if someone wins the lottery to get higher education, something, whatever that happens. But we're talking people here, lower income people here that
Win the lottery?
Yeah, you can win the lottery and get out. That's the main reason why I see people in Jersey get out of their situations. When
You think that's how they get out of their situation? They win the lottery? Or do you think they might get out of their situations because they apply themselves?
A bunch of people in Jersey apply themselves. That doesn't mean they get to those positions.
But you could go down to Atlantic City. There's a couple loose slot machines I can point you to, but...
but listen to what I'm saying. Because right now you're just saying, oh, well, just get a better job. Just go to higher education so you can afford to live in these places. That's ignorance. You're not even tackling the core situation.
So they should just say, hold on, they should just say, because from what I'm hearing from you, is there's no other option and there's no other way that they can afford their situation.
No, you gotta turn on the Jews.
There was literally a whole protest here about it on what the Jews were doing. And because they hide
And so your whole reason for why everybody is suffering where you're suffering is because
I'm saying specific reasons on why they're suffering and can't afford a certain amount of things is because Jews are racking up the prices. And because Jews are also using the welfare system, which a lot of other people have to use.
So now we're taking the welfare money, too.
That too.
Yeah, I'm not never taken your welfare money, and I never took it when I lived in New Jersey, and I'm a Jew, and I never took your welfare money. As a matter of fact, I gave to your welfare money. I paid a huge amount of taxes.
This is the defeatist attitude. This is the defeatist attitude that is seriously a problem, bro. Within the community.
Circular logic.
No, bro. No. You don't understand things. You really, like, all jokes aside, bro, you don't understand how dangerous it is, like, what you're saying right now.
Yeah, because they'll kill me.
Like, you're essentially saying that they're just lame ducks and they should just sit there and roll the fuck over. And the reason why they're going through what they're going through
I didn't say that.
is because of the Jews. That's literally what you're saying right now, bro.
You want to know what else you're saying, Fangs? And you don't even realize it? You're virtue signaling to the same people that went in Jersey City and shot up a kosher market and shot up people because they were angry at the Jews. This is how you get people hurt, because you start blaming all your ills and all the problems you have on people. And that's ultimately what happened in Jersey City. That's exactly what happened in Jersey City. And you're virtue signaling like this.
Yes, you said those specific things are what you're saying are housing, jobs, systems, all things that you need to fucking survive. And you're pretty much saying that the reason why those situations are the way they are is because of the fucking Jews. Do you not know how dangerous that is?
If it's dangerous, then why can't I say it?
Brother, I'm not saying you can't say it. You have the pretty much need to say whatever you want to. I'm just simply telling you that that's kind of irresponsible to say that they're the reason why those people are dealing with what they're dealing with. It's just not right.
I can literally drop it right now. We had a whole protest, a big ass protest.
Bro, I believe you, but I just don't believe that whole problem and the whole reason why they're dealing with what they're dealing with, or whatever you're dealing with, is because of fucking Jews, bro. That's very irresponsible.
Anytime we complain, anytime we point it out to say, hey, y'all doing this to us and we don't like that. Oh, you're anti-Semites. Even the protest, they called it.
I'm not telling you, but listen, I didn't even use that word, right? I'm just telling you, it doesn't matter if you're blaming any race, right? I think it's very irresponsible for you to say that a group of people are the reasons why those people are dealing with what, or you guys are dealing with what you're dealing with. That's bullshit.
So we gotta ignore everything we see and notice.
I didn't say to ignore it. I didn't say that. But I'm just sitting here telling you that you have the opportunity, just like you actually admitted to having, to get out the situation, and everyone else that's in those situations have the opportunity too.
People will not get out that situation.
Even the people with fucking kids, I've seen single mothers fucking break their ass, bro, to get out of the situation that they get out of. And LA is fucking hot to live here, bro. And so if women coming from Skid Row, fucking South Central, all that places here that are fucked up, and they can get out of those situations, I'm pretty sure people in Jersey can too, bro.
Yeah, you're angry at the Asians for owning the markets, or the Hispanics, or the people from India that own markets that sell you stuff? Are you angry at them because if they jack up the prices, is it their fault?
Fangs has the opportunity, but the other people don't. Like, this is crazy.
No, I'm not saying that. You're basically saying the opportunity. You're basically saying, oh, y'all have.
You obviously had the opportunity.
A single mother right now with 2 kids is literally taking out of her savings just to afford.
Okay, so how many other people
so she
deal with what she's dealing with that came out
You're giving solutions to something that's not there, and I'm trying to explain that to y'all. Instead of just looking at the people that are responsible for what's going on.
Birth control too. That abortion
right now, they should make more to not stop doing this.
Look, bro, all I'm saying is that's a defeatist attitude, and that's not good at all.
Okay, well, at this moment, we don't have a solution for it.
You do have the solution. It just sounds to me like y'all are refusing to find the solution, and you just want to be handed.
We're not looking for solutions. The
Public schools, Section 8 housing, Obamacare. Like, at a certain point, get a job.
Everyone has jobs. We're talking about the working class. We're not talking about bums that are just leeching off housing systems.
Wait a minute, bro. Like, hold on, bro. Like, this is different than just like, oh, get a job. Like,
we're angry.
This is a mindset problem we're talking about here. This is not a just, oh, go get a fucking job. This is just the will power to want to go fucking change your fucking life. You're basically just saying here, we should just stay here and just roll over and just say, fuck it. We're broke, we're fucked up.
Because like I said, certain people that work in the community, they can't get, their career is going to hit a threshold to where they can't make as much within their field, to where they have to live off of
They can't. There's no way. Like, that's all I'm hearing from you right now, bro.
because it's a real
You
life
don't know how.
issue.
There's no ceiling in America.
But you just sat here and admitted that you were kind of in the same situation, right? But also said in the same breath that you have the opportunity to get out, right?
No, right
You
now.
did.
No, because she was talking about owning your own car shop or something.
So you don't think that you have the capabilities to possibly own your own fucking car shop?
It's not a guarantee, and it's not a guarantee.
Nothing in life is a guarantee.
Owners are the ones
Aside from this, hold on, bro, because like that's not even helping right now. Everything is a fucking guarantee, of course. Besides death and fucking taxes, that's what's guaranteed, right? But what is a guarantee is that you can fix your situation, right?
Not everyone can fix a situation.
Oh, bro, like this is crazy, dude.
I can probably fix my situation, but that's if.
So why can you fix it but nobody else can?
Because I already told you.
Why is there even a 5% chance that you can but nobody else can?
Okay. Because at the same time, you're talking about people that are working as
Who cares? You're like 40 is fucking old. That's not old. I'm 28. I pray to God I get to 40. That's not old.
God.
Okay. People that are 40 or even 30, they work in these fields to where the community benefits off them.
30 is definitely not enough.
They're not making enough to live in these places. They have to come out of pocket in their savings to now afford to live there. So now if you tell them, hey, if you can't afford to live here, you can always, assert yourself to get more. Oh, well, how do I do that in my plumbing job?
Hey, look, if there's anybody in this room that's suffering from a fucking situation, please do not listen to this man. Because I swear to God, there is always going to be a will. Where there's a will, there is a fucking way. You are never stuck in a situation. I hate people that talk like that. That doom and gloom attitude is fucking dangerous, bro. It really is.
It's more dangerous.
Because it's why. How old are you, Fang? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh my fucking God. Like, you are too young to be having that fucking attitude.
He sounds like his life is coming to an end. This is like crazy.
So you can't touch on any subject.
Looking at your pictures, you have a picture of Osama bin Laden. What's the reason for that?
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I mean, we're letting him off the hook right now. This is crazy. Like, you're 24 years old and you sound like life is just fucking over. It's not.
No, I'm not saying that, but it's like I can't address the problems.
I didn't say you couldn't address it. The point, but you're addressing the problem, but you're saying that there's no solution to the fucking problem. And
you're telling me no. I didn't say there was no solution. I'm saying the majority of people don't have that leeway to get out of the situation that they're currently in. And you're ignorant and saying, well, just get a higher education, get out of there.
Not ignorant.
Away. Okay, but you're telling me.
But you're saying that, there's no way they're stuck because of the fucking Jews or the that's not ignorant.
You get out of
How about working harder?
situations if you're lucky.
How about working harder, thanks?
Well, right.
How about
you think of that?
Working harder?
What do you think of that? We need to work harder.
Hey, look, man, I live my life by the motto, nothing stays bad forever, bro, and there's always a way out of everything that's bad. And you need to maintain that. And I've seen single mothers that had that same mindset that nothing stays bad forever and they're going to get out the situation. And guess what? They're lit as fuck today. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, I understand that the government, we all know that they do some shady shit. But, like,
I can send you more documents and more proof on what they're doing as to
listen, Vince, you act like I'm sitting here saying that I don't believe you about what they're doing. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that there's a way to get out, to work around those situations and figure out fucking life. Because life is never going to be fair, bro.
Yeah,
like, you're never going to be handed anything.
Minority of people that get out of those situations for whatever they got going wrong. The majority is not.
I don't like this at all.
Because it is bad. It's evil. You like it.
therapy session.
Ashton, what would you say to a 24-year-old, Ashton?
Well, the thing is if he has the opportunity to move his things, his brokenness, and get up off your butt and physically move yourself out of an area if you can't make it. I remember when I was homeless on the street, someone told me, well, you'll be here forever. You'll da-da-da. No, I won't. I don't listen to people that tell me I'll be in a place forever. No, I'm not in that place. No, I'm not on the streets anymore. I think you can do it, brother, with the right help.
So this lady was homeless and got up off her ass and changed her fucking life.
Yeah, I was homeless. I had nothing.
So thanks. So what are we talking about right now?
We're talking about
I'm sorry, it's not. I'm downtown LA. You already know.
That's what I'm
to. As long as you're able to do that, I don't care if you're a Republican or whatever, it doesn't matter. Set all that to the side. If at the end of the day to yourself, I have the will to get better and do better, doesn't matter who you are. Those things come along because there are people that are like, right? And so,
people here have that same mindset. People here are working extra time. People here are working overtime. People here are trying to get more hours just so they can afford groceries. What you're not understanding is you're saying, oh, well, there's a will, there's a way. What if there's no way? You have an old abuela that has to take care of not only her kids, but her grandkids, that works at the grocery store, but doesn't make enough to house these people. You're talking about people that are moving from 2 bedrooms to a studio. 2 bedrooms, they have to share a studio now.
Brother, I had my clothes in 2 black trash bags. Think about that for a minute. I didn't have a studio.
You're talking about a specific person. I'm talking about a community.
Brother, I'm telling you what I saw out here in Dallas, Fort Worth, not just my situation, brother. All kinds of folks is on the streets, and you had 2 kinds.
You know why I don't want to hear what you're talking about, bro? I'm gonna tell you this right now. If people could come over here from a whole other fucking country,
We will date them.
country, a fucked up ass country where they had absolutely nothing, and trek their asses to a whole other part of the world and change their life, you're not gonna fucking tell me as a born American that you don't have the opportunity or that no one around you doesn't have the opportunity to fix themselves, bro. You're not gonna tell me that. Because somebody even from Somalia, the country that I'm talking about, that I can't stand those people, right? But there are some of those people that come here and they fix their fucking lives. People from Mexico, like I have a problem with some of them too.
We will
But they
bait
come from
them
those fucked
and we
up
will
ass
shoot
governments
them
that they
all.
come
The
from,
crime
and they
will
come here
end.
and they change their fucking lives. So if they're capable of doing that, why is a 24-year-old who I would assume has no fucking kids having a mindset that you have? You're a born American. What? That's crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Look at all the
Because we see the
Ukrainians that
corruption
came
that's going
in
on in
from
the
the
system in
war
New Jersey.
here
We
and
can change
what
our
they do
lives
for
by
themselves.
moving out of New Jersey. That's why everyone's leaving New Jersey.
Okay, people left their countries, brother. You're talking about moving out of fucking New Jersey to move to another state. That wasn't even my solution for you, right? I feel like you can get it done in New Jersey. I gave you the example of people leaving their country, bro. Their country to come to a whole nother fucking country and they fucking change their lives. So why can't you do it as a born American?
You can do it. That's why I said you can do it. You have the opportunity to do it.
Okay then. So what are we like?
You can. I'm saying here in Jersey you can. I'm saying here in Jersey it's difficult. I'm saying here in Jersey the corruption is terrible to where you can't even afford
It could also be things that you happen. Hold on for a second. It happens to live in a state that has the highest taxes of any state in the country. I mean, the property taxes are insane in New Jersey.
Yeah.
The taxes are high in that state. So maybe you ought to look at if that's the right state to live in.
Do not vote for LaHood in November. Vote for Paul Miller for Congress. LaHood is a fraud.
Go to Texas, where Ashton is.
Holy shit, ChicagoManLove.com.
all of those states you just listed, they don't have as much Jews as they do in New Jersey.
Oh, Florida?
Abby, you are literally talking to someone.
Florida doesn't have as many Jews.
Abby,
The most Jews
his comment that he just made, hold on, bro. His comment that he just made, this is a losing argument for him.
It's an anti-Semitic comment. I'm going to come out and say it. That
He
was an
fucking thinks
awful
that the
comment.
Jews are the reason why he is dealing with what he's dealing with and the people there. And I am very, very compassionate about people who are fucked up. I donate a lot of money to the fucking homeless, bro. I go to Skid Row pretty often and help these people. And I see life-changing stories every fucking day, bro. Did you know what Skid Row is? Yeah, bro.
Is that a man?
Country here in LA.
Is that a dude living on the edge? Or a mustache? Look at that stash. Is that a dude living on the edge of a mustache?
Mindset is oh, the Jews are the reason why you're dealing with that's bullshit.
Let me ask him something. Hey, Fangs, what would
It's
you
not a big
do?
reason at all. That's pretty fucked up in my opinion. And that right there, hold on, because that conversation and that mindset right there would piss somebody that might not have a lot of wherewithal in their mind to pick up a fucking gun and say, you know what, he's fucking right. I'm gonna go fucking smoke every last one of these fucking Jews because they're the reason why my mother can't feed us. They're the reason why, like, bro, that is fucking dangerous, bro.
That's
and you do
exactly
have the freedom of speech to say it.
in New Jersey.
And
You gotta understand that that's dangerous.
They act hostile to us. That's why they don't communicate.
And so that's exactly what happened in New Jersey, Banks, right where you live. That's exactly what happened in Jersey City, right where you live, because people talk the way you're talking. Just think about how you sound. Think of what the hate is. Now, what if we substituted the word Jewish and we put in the word black? How do you think that would sound? How do you think that would sound? What do you think that would sound like?
Horrible.
Pretty horrible, wouldn't it?
That's what's going on.
But no. Think about everything you just said and substitute the ethnic group.
I have to say. Listen, Abby, I don't want to say these things.
What would you do if a Jewish person came and asked you to fix their car?
Unfortunately, I fixed Jewish people's cars.
Yeah,
unfortunately, why is that
unfortunately? Really, Faye? Do you know that's against the law?
To what? Fix a Jewish person's car?
To discriminate?
Oh my God. It is. But we can't call corruption because we're so worried about
discriminating? No, but why would you discriminate?
Because we're too worried about discrimination. That's what you're telling me. We can't.
How would you like it if I said I wouldn't take a client because of their ethnicity?
We're not
and it was your ethnicity. How do you think that would sound? How do you think it would sound if I said I wouldn't sell my house to someone of another ethnicity? What do you think that sounds like? That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what you sound like.
But it's pretty bad what we're dealing with over here.
No. It's against our law in this country.
It's against the law and what they're doing too. That's why
so you're justifying discriminating? You're justifying it? Now imagine if everyone in this room said they wouldn't do business with someone that's your ethnicity. Imagine every person in this room said that. How would you feel?
I'd feel shitty. But it doesn't take away from what the fuck is going on, Abby.
There's no but on it. It's wrong.
Because it's still happening. It's still happening. We can't call out the corruption
Ashton, you want to take this?
Because you don't want to get in your feels. We have to talk about this because it was a little protest about it. We signed petitions about it. We were literally.
Here's the thing: for you to have a brush over every single Jewish person.
We didn't say that. We said the Jewish here in Jersey.
I'm talking about in your area. Give me a minute.
Now you're going to mute up and let her talk.
You can't paint every single person in your area or sector as an enemy of you. If you do business with folks, brother, you got to do business with everybody. You think Jerry Jones sits up there and says, well, I'm sorry, I'm only going to allow this kind of people in my... No, he don't give a dang on who he sells tickets to. You got to have that mindset, brother. Sell. Have an open mind. And you'll make more money, right? Money comes to you when you have an open mind to be able to work with everybody. They don't care if you're Jewish. They have it, brother. I didn't set up. Have an open mind, right? And not go down there and have a meeting with them, right? Why be reserved and hold back?
They don't want no one.
Understand.
Hey, you know why I'm giving him a little bit of a pass, right? I'm not giving him a pass because of what he's saying, but like he's 24, right? This is something I expect someone that's 24 to fucking think like, because I feel like, you know what, I was kind of thinking like that 4 years ago, bro. But with growth and a little bit of, prayer, you will get yourself out of that, bro. I just feel like you have a real bad defeatist attitude. And your comment when Abby asked you what would you do if a Jew wanted you to fix his fucking car, and your comment was that would be unfortunate, like.
As elected mayor, I will restrict all CBD captains and sergeants set and set traps and destroy these criminals. Smash and grabs will end forever.
No, I'm not tripping. And I mean, you're black just like I'm black. I mean, you're not gonna tell me, okay, Black Beverly Hills is right around the corner for me, and so I see black people flourishing around this motherfucker every day. And all of them did not grow up and were giving a fucking silver spoon, bro. So you're not gonna tell me that it's not possible for you or anyone else in that area of Jersey, because you know what? I guarantee you that there is somebody in that area that you're living in that's going through what you're going through that does not have the same attitude you have. And then in the next 2 to 3 years, they're not going to be living how you say that they're living.
How'd you know they were
Jewish?
Everyone knows.
You being 24, I expect that to come from you. And all I'm telling you is, bro, that attitude is not going to go get you anywhere, bro. It's not.
I don't want to.
Thanks. A little advice.
I know you don't. Nobody does. I understand you don't.
Thanks. A little advice. Don't talk in generalities. It makes you sound ignorant. Okay, just say all. You said all school boards. We're gonna go through all the dialogue tonight. All school boards in every place.
Majority of the
No. Then you said, okay, just New Jersey. And then you said, okay, all school boards in all these counties. Like, think about how you speak.
We were talking about New Jersey.
No. Thanks.
Abby. We were talking about Jersey from the rip.
Thanks. I'm giving you some free advice. Okay?
I understand the advice, but what you're telling me is
talking in generalities, talking about a whole ethnic group is going to get you in trouble.
No one's telling you to forget about the corruption, bro. That's not what we're doing.
They called everybody that was in the protest in Newark anti-Semites because we were protesting and it literally.
I don't know who they are, and I don't know what you're talking about, but I heard you tonight in the room. I don't care about.
We all know that there's corruption in the government, bro. Like, I feel like that doesn't even need to be explained on both sides, right? But like, come on.
Yeah, but if we start seeing it from the people here amongst us that are doing it, and then they're hiding it amongst each other, then yeah, we're gonna have a
once again, thanks. All we have to do is substitute the word Jewish.
No one's telling you not to say nothing or have a problem with it. I'm just saying stop painting that shit with a broad brush because that's dangerous.
I want to ask Thanks the question.
Okay, but that's why we're in the shit now.
Thanks.
There's no justification for being a bigot.
Thanks. Let me ask you a question.
But we have to
There's
talk
no
about
justification for it.
these things. You're gonna call us a bigot for
I'm calling you a bigot tonight. I'm absolutely straight out calling.
What's going on? That's why you're calling me a bigot.
No, because you admitted to discrimination. To your bias. You admitted to your hatred. You admitted to it.
What did I say that was discriminating?
Oh my God. Do we have to replay the whole room again?
Mike,
do you want to talk? Because I'm going.
Everything that I said that the Jewish community that was doing underneath the low income.
At this point, thanks, you've kind of centered the room, and we've had such a good room for days. So Mike is going to talk, and at this point, thanks, we're going to move to Mike, and you're going to mute up. You're going to have to listen to a Jewish person tell you to mute up.
Okay,
it's going to really help you.
I've always listened to them. Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
I'm not trying to change the conversation.
No, but please, Mike, it's fine.
Well, thanks. I want to ask you a question. Like, let's say you snap your fingers, you wake up tomorrow, and all the Jewish people are gone from New Jersey. What do you think changes?
Holy shit. First off, that's terrible. Second, I think a lot will change. I don't know if it's going to actually change extremely, but I know certain things will change, yes. I know certain schools will probably, because if we replace them with the people that are in our communities that we trust a little bit more, then yeah, we can start seeing some change. We can start seeing money go to inner city schools like we needed them to. We can start seeing rent not go crazy high. We can actually go off based off the income, which is Section 8. How is it crazy? How is it crazy?
So you're saying like
we're putting more money in inner schools, and we're lowering the rent in a lot of
places. So you're saying the Jews are diverting money.
I'm saying the Jews are scamming us like crazy.
What would you like to do to the Jews?
Hold them accountable.
What else would you like to do to them?
Get in there and get to know what
how do you intend on removing them?
I didn't say remove them.
So what would you like to do to them?
I don't want them to be in certain positions because I feel like they're using those
How are you
positions to benefit their
How are you going to do that? You're going to have a campaign to get rid of the Jews?
The Jewish community, they only keep themselves in their circle. They don't let anyone else in, mind you. So if we try to get into their, like, even the Board of Education, we try to get close to the Board of Education, they're going to, mind you, it's a vote on where the money can go and what the money can be spent. Majority of Jewish people that are in the Board of Education, they're going to vote on, hey,
let's look at the Board of Education. Isn't New Jersey the one that had the black woman that was on the board?
Yeah, but they still have to make a vote. It doesn't go by, oh, well, if this person says something, it's all right. No, it's a vote. And they have majority of Jewish within the voting system.
Really? So why don't you pull up the school board?
Ma'am, if he does the math real quick, there's 365 million Americans, and you know dang on well if you got that pie in school, you splitting that pie into triangles. We got 13% black folks, others white, certainly more Mexicans or more, and you get the idea. The Jewish, that's a small percentage, brother, so you can't sit up there and
say... You don't live in New Jersey. Respectfully, you don't live in
New Jersey. No, sir, it doesn't matter. On the program you're talking about... Yeah, no, it doesn't. Because what I'm trying to...
Because we're talking about Jersey and the corruption going on here.
No, brother, because fraud and all that goes on here too, brother. All that stuff you talking about. Hey, look here.
Yeah, but it's in our systems that we needed to, in the housing and in the public school.
Look here, hey man, somebody went to prison today, okay? Went to prison here for doing stuff with public school money, right? So at the end of the day, they don't care if you're Jewish, black, white, whatever. If you're doing things that are illegal here in the state, you'll get arrested. Period. They ain't
Yeah,
no, they
some of
don't
them
care.
got arrested
No,
for it,
no,
but they keep it under wraps.
They wouldn't. No, they didn't. They went to
Yes, they
prison.
did for welfare fraud. A couple of them got arrested for it.
The people here went to prison as well, brother. You have to have an open mind, and as you get older, see, the good Lord says that comes with wisdom, which right now, unfortunately, you gotta grab a hold of.
Ashton, do you mind for a second? Ashton, 1 second. I just want to read something. He said Essex County, New Jersey. So I just pulled up their school board. So listen to these names. Regina Bledstone, Medina E. Muhammad, not a Jew. Hassini K. Council, not a Jew. Casey Dudley, not a Jew. Perel Anjanka Kamika, not a Jew. Josephine Garcia, not a Jew. Shaniqua Johnson, not a Jew. Tashir Cosby, not a Jew. So that's your
the board
your
of
board.
Essex?
Yeah, there's not a Jew. I mean, take a look at what I just read, and I apologize for my mispronunciation of some of those names. But yep, I just randomly picked up Essex. Let me pick up another county that you talked.
Go to Hudson.
Okay, that was Essex. Now, where you said that the school board is controlled by Jews. Now, one of those names was a Jewish. Not one.
So.
They're black names and Hispanic and Muslim.
Okay.
Those are the names I read.
What's your point?
What's my point? I think I proved it, counselor.
No, it's not, because the money that we're still looking for in these public schools.
Did you or did you not say that the school board was controlled? It was all Jews on the school board. Am I the only one that heard?
You list off the names of Essex County and list off
Guys,
everyone with the education
did
in Essex
anyone
County.
hear him say that earlier?
Yeah, I did say that, but it still doesn't
Okay,
prove
so I just disproved you completely.
No, you didn't, because the money
On one county, I'll go to another.
Okay, like I said, money is still coming out of these inner city schools and going.
What's that have to do with your statement that the school board was all Jewish? You were wrong. It's saying I was wrong. Can you acknowledge you said a misstatement?
I was wrong. I can say that.
Okay, let's go to another
I was
county.
wrong about that. But at the same time, I'm right about them taking money out of public schools, because they are taking money out of public schools. We still have
That's called
textbooks from
school
early
choice.
2000s.
That's called school choice. We have that all over the United States.
We have the choice to not afford textbooks, new desks, to get the graffiti off the walls in the school. We have the choice not to put money towards those things. We have the money to not afford certain maybe monitors to where we can detect guns. That's what.
Okay, I'm on Hudson County. Jose Suarez, Hector Gonzalez, Asaf Muhammad, okay? Robert Akrina, Janine Cleary, okay? Not one of those names is a Jewish name. They are Muslim names, and they are Irish, and they are Hispanic, okay? That's my second county. Shall I go to my next county? What was the third county? Guys, is anyone catching on here? Thanks, you lose on this. You are incorrect. Yes, you are.
Doesn't take away from the problem
It takes away from your argument that the school boards are controlled by Jewish people. There's not a Jewish name I read.
Thanks. Did you vote for your school board? Thanks. Did you vote?
Ashton, I'm sorry to have interrupted you on.
Thanks. Did you vote for your school board?
No.
Wait, you didn't even vote?
No, I didn't vote.
Public service announcement. Everyone wants to get hung up in presidential elections. Local elections are the most important thing that you've got. Like, you gotta find out who's representing your district in Congress, who's on your school board, your city council, your mayors, your aldermen. Some of these school boards, no one even runs against them. They're just like there. They win by like 20 votes. It's fucking crazy.
I just found
Vote in your local elections.
I just found Jersey City. This one's interesting. I found a Jew, actually. Okay, we've got the board president, Veliquez. We've got the vice president, Dijon Morris. So she's Hispanic, he's black. Dr. George Blute, a black guy. Natalia Yafo, I don't know what she is. Alaf Muhammad, black woman. Appa Patel, a Indian woman. Tia Resbella, a black woman. Hi, this guy might be a Jew, Dr. Matthew Schneider, possibly, and Lorenzo Richardson, a black guy. That's Jersey City. I could keep going. New Jersey has 500 and some municipalities. I'll hit every one of them if you want.
Just listed, that disproves everything I just said. No money is coming out of these schools and going to the Jewish community. Nothing. Not a single cent, not a dollar. That's why we can afford everything we need. You're right, Abby. You're right. Keep going.
Well, I'm just disproving what you said, that we control all the school boards.
That's why we can't afford new
Yeah, well, maybe you need to go lobby your state legislators about school choice. But that's not my problem, that's your problem. If you don't like the law, go change the law. Go lobby under your First Amendment right to petition your government and talk to your legislators. But right now, there's school choice.
We tried to do that, and they called us anti-Semites because we found out who was responsible.
No, I'm calling you that for what your statements were tonight.
All right. Like, we're just imagining things. We're just pulling a rabbit out the hat. Everybody in Jersey.
Well, no one is ignoring what you're going through. What we're saying is essentially stop blighting every person that is a Jew in your area.
That's the community that's responsible. We're not saying every Jew. That's the community that's responsible. We're not saying every Jew is doing this. We're saying there's a community that is responsible for it. And now we're calling us anti-Semites.
Whatever the case may be, you guys to get with your school board. You guys to get with the people that actually hold the purse.
Even the housing system.
Sitting on, brother, look here. Whatever it is that you feel is making you angry, whether it's the housing system, whether it's the school board, seems like a lot of brother, whatever the case may be.
Everyone's struggling over here, but we're struggling even more now because of it.
Hey, I just told you, I was homeless and my clothes was in a trash bag, in a black bag, all right? 2 black bags at the time when I was at a shelter, and not anymore, right? So at the end of the day, and I'm a woman, so you're a dude, you can get out here and do all kinds of stuff. You can work in the oil field, right? Do anything in your life, and go out here and go work, because let me tell you something, brother, I had a job and I worked at a steel mill, okay? So don't sit there and say to yourself, no, ain't no wow. You either get out there and you work and you do something. And you know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, there are too many programs out here, especially in Dallas-Fort Worth, larger cities. You live in a bigger city than I do. There's got to be help for you. I would suggest you to even to your local religious communities. There's a lot of resources. Watch this. Remember, guess what? They'll pay 6 months of your life. So that's up to you to ignore the resources. We help somebody get 6 months of their lights paid for through a program called Community Action Partners. Watch this. Go take action. Community Action Partners. Take your butt down there if you need help. That's a federal program. It's out there for you, so there's no excuse. The resources out there, but are you willing to do the work to either go get them, block them, or whatever?
No, people can do the work to get themselves out of certain situations. Anyone can. You're talking about a community of people that can't afford to do that, as you're saying, because they already have houses.
What are they spending their money on? What are they spending their money on?
A lot of them can't even spend their money.
What are they spending their money on?
Groceries.
Only
taxes,
groceries, no luxury items.
Food insurance, no. Barely anyone can afford anything luxury. Barely anybody can afford to go out. We can only go out maybe like once every a month now. But it's okay if you find a way. There's a way to get out of that situation. Like, come on,
just study more, duh.
If you really know what's going on down here, you wouldn't. And Abby, if you live
only
here,
go out once a month. We only go out twice a month.
But I don't, because I worked really hard and I studied really hard.
Okay.
So I don't.
Right now,
okay, that's the difference.
Okay, but now you're acting like.
You think I came from it? I didn't come from it. I didn't come from money. I had to work. I worked and I studied. Okay, and made it for myself.
Congratulations, Abby.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your acknowledgement of that. So no one handed it to me. I worked. I took out student loans, and I studied, and I applied myself. And I wanted to go out and party with my friends, and I wanted to buy great shoes and purses, and I couldn't because I had to spend the money on school and to apply myself.
Because we're not
well, there you go. So
that's not where we're struggling.
We make our priorities, just like Ashton told you she did.
Okay, the struggle is always going to be around. We've always been struggling. It has now got to a point to where it is gone out of hand because of
You're one thing that is a blessing, meaning you're you're a dude. You can go out here, seriously, brother. You can go out here and do anything that the good Lord made a man to do, including moving furniture.
What are we talking? Are we talking about the corruption that they're doing? Or are we talking about
Brother,
getting
no,
yourself
what
out
I'm
of the struggle?
trying to explain, hold on, brother, before you start chopping me down like a tree in the backyard. Hold on, brother, you chopping wood real quick back here. All I'm trying to tell you, brothers, is there's ways out there that you can get yourself out of whatever situation it is.
I know that, Ashton.
But you're complaining, brother. Don't
I'm complaining because there's corruption going on. Ashton, come on now.
Speak out. But you gotta speak out about it to the right.
Or it's going to be the control and power over the strait that the U.S. wants. I think it's just going to cut up the region and cause more internal conflicts. You have 8 major or 9 major ethnic groups within Iran. The Kurds are going to want their peace. The Azeris are going to want their peace. The Balochis are going to want their peace. It's just going to be wild, man.
Honestly, I do not think so. I'm not with you on that point. Let me
I want to hear you out, please.
Thanks. First of all, the culture of being martyred is a good thing. Entangled with the Iranian patriotism, whatever, is what you see. Look at the borders with Turkey, the other borders that people can't actually get out of the country. There's not much traffic. People can leave, they're not. My extended family, my grandma, grandpa, they're we're staying here till the end. And these people are 70, 80, 90 years old. And my parents are not leaving Tehran. And so combine the two. The ideologic, kind of enraged Islamic part, and the people who are oh, you're attacking our nation, we're gonna stay here, fuck the Islamic Republic, we're gonna defend our nation, because the Islamic Republic doesn't define Iran. Combine the two of them, they're playing the long game. America basically doesn't have any chance at winning this war. And I had another point
About the division, my prediction is that the country's going to get divided up. All these ethnic groups are going to be armed and are going to start attacking one another. Because that's what happened in Libya, right? That's what happened in Iraq. We had that unrest a little bit in Afghanistan, not really, not as much. You had the Northern Alliance and the Pashtuns and all these different groups warring for a little while. I mean, it didn't happen in Syria because we just gave up the country to a fucking terrorist. I don't know. I fear for a completely divided up Middle East to continue to be divided up even more.
So, just to tell you, 40% of Iran are minorities. They're Baluchis, they're Kurdish people, and they're Azerbaijanis or Turks. So all these people have ties to the other side of the border. For example, Baluchis have people in Pakistan, Azerbaijanis have people in Azerbaijan or Turkey, Kurds are in Iraq and Turkey. And what you saw in the past few weeks is that Trump did reach out to the Kurdish head of whatever they have, Pejov.
The PAK.
Yeah. And then they said no, because America has betrayed them the past 50 years in Iraq, and when they encouraged them to go against Saddam Hussein, and then Saddam basically massacred them. And who was this guy? Reagan? Who came before Congress and said, yeah, we're not going to do anything. So this time when Trump reached out to them, they're like, no, we are not going to rise up against the Islamic government because they know better. And the reason that I think that they're not going to be divided is because they have ties to this piece of stupid land, which is Iran. And they hate the government, the regional government. They feel this compassion and this, this identity that's tied to Iran. Even you have Armenians who live inside Iran, who declare themselves not as Iranian, as Armenians, but never wanted to like a piece of land for themselves, because throughout the history, Iran basically kept all them in. Like you have the second largest concentration of Jewish people in Iran. That's why you don't see any anti-Semitic rhetoric coming out of Iran, because we have like a large Jewish population. Like Jewish people are just like other people. Yeah, Israel is fucked, but like Jewish people are like people. You know, that's why I think it's highly unlikely that they get divided. But that's just me.
I trust the Turk or an Azeri before I ever trust a Kurd. As an Armenian, I have roots, deep roots sowed with blood that was caused by the Turkish and the Azeris. But the Kurds were the arm and the sword that they used, and I trust the Turk before I trust a Kurd. Any given day, twice on Sunday. I think that they're doing an interesting thing. I also saw that the PAK sort of backed off. There was some skirmishes prior to the bombing on the borders, back and forth between what they're calling occupied Kurdistan, Iraq and Iran, the border of Iraq and Iran, right before the bombs started dropping, and then these troops pulled out. But we do know that like there has been certain intelligence operations and training these guys. So I don't know. I think that's my biggest fear. Do I think it'll happen? I'm leaning towards yes. But I respect your position as somebody from the region. You would probably know best. My culture isn't divided up like that, but we do have ethnic minorities that live in Armenia, and they fight for the Armenian flag just the same. Like we have a Kurdish subgroup, the Yazidis, the Yezdis, who fight under the Armenian flag. They call their banners up and they go to war standing next to us, fighting the Azeris. So I get it. I can see what you mean.
We even label them as like national heroes.
Yeah.
They have songs about that, bro.
Yeah, of course. Assyrians as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you that the balkanization with G actually of the various ethnicities in Iran will not happen. And part of it is just because for the reason that G explained, and also it's not as if this ethnicity has been around for 200 years. I mean, the ethnicities have been in Iran. You have to forgive me, it's kind of being very basic here. They've been here literally for a couple thousand years, and throughout all of these conflicts in the past, we have not seen the separation of these ethnicities into separate, lands or sovereign countries. So in a sense, there is a higher allegiance to being an Iranian than being the ethnicity of your group Armenians and Azeri, Baluchis, and the rest of it. So I would say it's nothing you can say 100%, but it's highly, highly unlikely. For the reason that both of you explained. I mean, you, Emma, you think that's a possibility. I would say maybe, but it's highly, highly improbable that something like that would happen. Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Sorry, Eddie. Do you know why Iran's name was? Why is it called Iran, not Persia anymore?
Yeah,
the Aryan people.
I was under the impression that the renaming of the country from Persia to Iran was done by the first Pahlavi king. And this is actually
No, but why?
But let me just explain to you why I heard some information recently that it may not be correct. If I'm not sure if you're familiar with the good thing is fantastic book Shahnameh written by Ferdowsi. Throughout that book, which was written 1,000 years ago, he doesn't talk about Persia. Actually, he says Iran. So what I've heard is being said, and this may not be correct, that the name Persia actually was given by the Greeks and other invaders who were actually looking at Persia, fighting with it. So it was not a name that was actually was was Persia. It was actually Iran. And then it became Persia shortly, and then became Iran again. I'm not completely sure. The only evidence
That is correct. That is correct, partially.
is the Shahnameh is an evidence. There's no mention, there's nothing about Persia. It's just all Iran. And the book was written, 1,000 years ago.
So, my question was, what do you know? Like, it was formally changed to the name of Iran. So, Ali is correct. Persia is the name of the sun. So the Greek myth is that Andromeda, the galaxy, has a one-night stand with Zeus, the god of gods, and they have a son called Persia, which is modern-day Iran. Okay. That has been blessed with most minerals and like everything, blah blah blah, which you can see is kind of true. No, that is the myth. But why was the name Persia changed about like in early 1900s to Iran? It's because the first Reza Shah, the first one of the Pahlavi kings, converted from Persia, the empire, to the holy states of Iran. So he technically, like the United States of America or UAE, acknowledged that there are like multiple ethnicities living in this land, and let's call them not united but holy states of Iran. And that's what is in the history. Because Iran, to begin with, when he came to power, was basically completely divided. It's like, okay, this is the holy states of Iran. And that's when we converted the name Persia to Iran. Just whatever.
Yeah, thank you for that. I will actually look it up because this came to my attention not too long ago. And
ایالات عالیه ایران.
Okay.
Enough about it. I mean, who thought that little country Iran can just have a chokehold on the whole world's economy? Isn't that crazy?
I think it's a testament to its history.
It's actually the testament of the purely geographical kind of condition to the Strait of Hormuz. And if that did not exist, then we couldn't make the claim like so it's just basically the way you live of the land. And causing this constraint at the mouth of the Persian Gulf. And it happens. It's not as if Iranian or Persian or any government without thought about it. It's just the way the lay of the land. That's the way it is.
Has anybody gone back and looked at like 1956 when Brits wanted like there's another canal in the region that it's called the Suez Canal, which Egyptians right now have the right to control. And the same thing that happening right now happened in 1956 when Brits wanted to control that.
Because I keep my eye on every nickel. No borrowing, no wild spending. Not on my watch. Hold that thought. Oh, come on. Well, that's
go back and take a look and see how Nasser, like the leader at the time, fucked everybody up, and that was the end of the British Empire.
Mayor River Gauge is at 21 and climbing. Lose record drive. Competent American leadership. Eisenhower sent word to
the largest shopping mall in the United States is not in New York, not in Los Angeles. And some people say once you walk in, you never want to leave. It's not a flashy glass skyscraper.
Yeah, Eisenhower said, don't do it. What happened?
And I've decided to get something traditional.
No, they still did it, but they didn't have the support of the strongest army in the world at that point. So the British were kind of forced to fight with the Egyptians on their home soil, which never really pans out.
I mean, they actually didn't have to. Nasser, the leader of Egypt, basically put a bunch of rocks in a bunch of vessels and drowned them in the canal. The same way
blocked it off.
Yeah. And they couldn't do anything. But at the time, by that time, Brits basically lost accountability as like a great military power. And they fucked off.
Are you thinking this is the foreshadowing of the end of the American imperial age?
I think so.
Could be. It could be. The sentiment in the country is, or was prior to the bombings, that we're tired of fighting, being the police state of the world, right? Like Trump ran on this idea of like being a hermit and just fixing domestic issues, and then I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I don't believe in the whole uranium shit. Iran had already enriched this uranium to 60% back in 2021 as a reactionary thing, all the while claiming that they're not developing weapons. And they were open to investigations and the probes, and I think he fucked it up. The Art of the Deal, best-selling author and current president.
Yeah, the one thing that he cannot do is to make a deal.
I agree. It's crazy. We were having a conversation in here about when Largiani got
probably
it was posted in one of the 5 books he had.
Like I'm saying, yes, I mean, look what
The Manual of Commerce, the philosophy of the Manual of Commerce. But great nonetheless, and it was just interesting.
when I say numbers, I mean it. I'm John.
Our guy wrote a book about making a deal, and there are guys who are writing books about a manual compact. It's a corporation with a Muslim philosophy, which kind of doesn't make sense.
Why did you change your name?
Oh, I was trolling. I crashed out on Sky because she
No.
was my family.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know my role.
I sure fucking do for black.
What did she say?
Absolutely.
She says some shit about my parents.
Right.
About my father, and I gave it back to her, and then she said she didn't do it. That's okay. I called her a bitch, and then I moved myself down, but when I moved myself down, I also moved Samoa down out of anger. I don't know if you've met G, but she is also from the region, and a lot better than Scott.
Who?
G, the cat.
You, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that was the issue. The person believed that he was entitled to more information than the State Department gave him. I think that's what it was. But anyway, we're waiting for the Supreme Court to decide those voting cases. I am.
Where you fucking lived. And she did, I don't think she lives in Jersey anymore, but like.
She said she did.
But the point of the matter is, you live there and you didn't even know who represented the area that you live in, but you want us to sit here and believe that you know what's going on.
And by the way, you have a black senator and an Asian senator. Just in
That's
case
great. I would hope they do something about what's going on.
So are they working against the people in cahoots with the Jews?
I don't know. I hope not.
Well, by your logic, the answer would be yeah, right?
It would be yeah.
Not only does Cory Booker have a good relationship with the Jewish community, he actually speaks Yiddish as well, which he learned it when he was in Cambridge or Oxford. I can't remember which school. And it's very, very, very good relationship. The other senator, not so much, but they're not Jewish, both senators.
Oh,
So you look at your members of
I'm
Congress.
praying for my generation because this kind of rhetoric is definitely, becoming more popular, and
I don't want to make it popular. I just want things.
well, it's too late. All right, it's already there, right? It's just getting worse, and unfortunately, the Democrats are making it okay to be that way. And I'm not saying that you're a Democrat. I don't know what political party you affiliate with. I mean, from the sounds of it, you're kind of like raging against the machine, which I would think is general line with anybody. But
I voted for Trump.
Oh wow.
So you don't like black people?
I don't like black.
This is kind of disappointing because you're in a Trump room right now. So like, you're not making the case that we're
And his family are real estate and they're Jewish. That right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're landlords and they're Jewish.
They're like majority of the landlords here. And it's like, what is the point of telling you? We have an issue without you saying
No, I mean, I'm
what you
just
can't
telling
say
you that's
that
Trump's
like
family.
that. If it's a specific
Trump's a realtor and comes from a real estate family. And his father owned buildings all over Brooklyn and Queens.
Okay, I voted for him for his Jews. Somebody said I didn't vote for him because
Do you think Trump ever raised the rent on people?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. But to this extreme over here in New
Probably.
it's not even like that. It's not even like
Probably. I talked to the people in New York that don't like him. They'll have a lot to tell you about his real estate. Excuse me?
In US.
Do you live in PA?
I own a home in PA.
How much did you have? How much did your rent go up?
I don't pay rent. I own it.
Oh, no, you pay rent.
Why would I pay rent if I own the home? Why would I have to pay
I
rent?
know you rent a home, but
No, I own it.
you would have to pay way more than you do.
Actually, Philadelphia hasn't gone up at all. It's in downtown Center City, Philly, and actually, nothing really has changed there in a number of years. I wish it had, because it would make my investment more valuable, but truly hasn't.
Yeah, at this point, that's almost going to be the case of how every one of us is going to get out of the situation if we just leave Jersey completely. Let everyone just leave New Jersey and just go somewhere where they're not screwing us over. Systemically.
so there is a way.
We don't seem to have a problem here.
Yeah, leave completely. That's the way.
So there is a way.
Come deal cards here. You can do pretty well with that.
Have you been to
Atlantic City? Atlantic City is nice.
I went to Atlantic City. Yeah, Atlantic City's nice. But what I'm saying is not just my community.
Yeah, but there are Italians and Jews in Atlantic City. What are you going to do about that?
Italians are even complaining.
A lot of Italian.
Italians even came up in the north protesting.
Oh man, I have some black associates in Jersey, and they some of them don't. I'm not saying again, don't take what I'm saying. They don't really sound like you things. They don't sound like the doom and gloom that you're trying to make it. Jersey,
They're not going to the source of the problem. They're just talking about the problem. If you go to the source, you're anti-Semite.
of course they're saying corruption and shit is going on, but like they're not just painting a broad brush that it's just the Jews.
But who's doing the corruption?
Everyone. Every race that's a part of the fucking the government there.
Right? No one's specifically responsible.
Yeah, there is somebody responsible 100%, but it's not just the fucking Jews. That's the point I'm trying to make here. There is 100% corruption where you live. Absolutely. But the point that I'm trying to make, bro, it's not just the fucking Jews. They're not just doing it in cahoots with the fucking Jews.
Hey, David, which county in Jersey do you live in?
Burlington.
And
I grew up in Middlesex.
okay, so you may be able, David, pull up the school board in Burlington on your phone. Also, who's your representative in Congress, David?
And are you Jewish, David?
I'm not Jewish. I'm Roman Catholic.
David, who's your member of Congress? Who's your member of Congress, David?
I don't want to say, but
you know who it is, right?
yes, of course.
I know he knows who it is.
He's a family friend of ours. Yeah.
Right, and who are your two senators?
It's your boy, not gay, Cory Booker, and the other guy, or the other person.
The one that took Menendez's book.
Correct.
And what do you think the makeup of the school board is here? Burlington, and what's the other county?
Camden. Oh, Sykes is right, girl.
Yeah, oh, Camden would be an interesting one to look at. Look at the school.
Isn't Camden like a really bad area?
That's the city, but there's also a county called Camden.
County that has a big Jewish population in it.
Yeah, Cherry Hill. Yeah, that's all my best friends all from Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill.
Yes.
Father's Patterson.
I could have sworn somebody told me that Camden was dangerous.
Look at the school board of Patterson. Patterson is what, the most Palestinian?
My father don't live in Patterson. Yeah, they're Reddit.
Yeah, Patterson is like a very boring, They probably say Allah Akbar at their school board meeting.
Probably.
Well, my mother is from Brooklyn, so we've been to Jersey a few times. You know what I mean?
But she's from Brooklyn, but you live in LA.
Yeah, I have family there too. I was born in Miami though, so you know the Miami New York connection. That's where it started.
You know, fun fact, there's more Jews that live in New York City than live in Tel Aviv. Yeah, there's over 1 million Jews in New York City. Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
More than Israel. Right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Israel.
Yeah, because Israel has 20% of the population are Arab.
Where were you?
Well, it's like they say Miami's the most populated city in
Why
Cuba.
are kids born in the...
What do you think's going to happen at Cuba, guys? Do you think it's his next move?
Yeah.
It's going to turn into New Jersey because all the Jews.
Yeah, I think Marco Rubio.
Like things, I think Faith comes in good faith. I think he's 24, which we'd all love to be 24 again. I think he's in good faith.
Mike, where were you living when you were 24?
I was down here in South Florida. I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah, you're banging in Little Rock like your boy Bill Clinton.
Banging Little Rock.
Yeah, don't you really see?
When I grew up in Little Rock, it was bad. When I grew up, my father, Patterson, he's like, yeah, none of these motherfuckers grew up where I was.
attractive piece on
Not a single one of them.
One glance at your
So I
wrist,
never
all
thought
eyes
it
are on
was as
you.
bad as it was, because
And listen closely.
that's why I don't lose
This is a
on
once-in-a-lifetime
my
opportunity.
family's from the
Gold
Northeast.
symbolizes
You know what? When I grew up in Jersey, I grew up around a lot of we also the Sopranos, but I grew up with around people who were part of
The mob.
that area.
I love Italians. I went to school with a lot of Italians.
Like I went to Sunday
Wait, you knew people that were in the mob, like legit?
yeah, of course, but
Everybody does.
Yeah, that's like normal.
And my city, you kidding? Where I live now, like they owned our city. We actually have a museum here.
The mob museum, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great museum. They built our city.
Yeah, they take care of the neighborhoods too. It's weird.
You know,
my grandfather ran numbers for some dude when he was growing up.
When you talk to the old entertainers here, Mike, like so many of them liked the city better when the mob had it.
And they have the best dinners, might I add.
That's what that's so funny.
Yeah.
My grandfather's friend's dude named Joe. He's like my dad's godfather. And like I said, my grandfather was growing up, he ran numbers. I guess just like they run numbers and shit as kids for the mob or whatever. And him and this dude Joe, they grew up as kids. He is my father's godfather. He would come down to South Florida every once in a while to visit, and we'd go to this Italian restaurant, and he would let anybody order. He's like, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that, we're gonna get this. Just bring it all out at once. This is what we're gonna get. Everyone's gonna love it. All right, thanks.
Yes, and they make deals very aggressively, and it's like you cannot refuse when they give you something. Like they offer you food. Yes, don't tell them no. I learned that shit the hard way too.
People like the mob would meet there, or whatever. That's my grandfather would tell me. My father would tell me. But yeah, he would come down. He's like, "This is what we're getting. Nobody say shit. This is how it's working."
And their favorite line is "I know a guy."
Yeah, that's true.
South Philly's like that too, growing up.
Yeah, Andy, when I went to when I was in Vegas for CES, my client took me to the restaurant at the Sierra, the steakhouse underground.
That was very popular. That's at the Sierra downtown.
Oh, it's Saka, you mean?
Or Sarka, whatever it's called. Yeah. And it was the underground steakhouse. That was actually really good. But it was
Barry's? It's called Barry's? Barry's?
Yeah, it's supposedly like a famous guy, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, the whole atmosphere is very mafioso.
Well, there's a lot of older restaurants. Did you see the movie Casino?
Yeah,
Remember that movie?
Yeah, of course, yeah, one of my favorites.
The restaurant that's in that movie is Piero's. When you come back here, you should eat there. It's a really good Italian restaurant, but it's...
Is that the one that he owned?
Well, they used it in the film. They filmed the restaurant scenes there, but it was, if there still is a mob, you'll see them there. But it's like an old school, it's like a South Philly Italian kind of vibe.
They do a good job of staying under the radar too. That's the difference between them and like other. I wouldn't even really call them a gang. It's because they stay under the radar.
Well, they can't be in the industry in Nevada or in Jersey. I mean, Jersey's even stricter. So, they got to the gaming control kind of took care of that. It's so regulated, so incredibly regulated that they're really not in the industry. So they're in like ancillary businesses. They can't even be a vendor in the industry. So they're just in other kinds of businesses.
Like cement and the construction industry.
But